2025. Crafted to be savored responsibly.
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable in bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Spring training at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is in full swing, but time is running out. Don't miss the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals before they're gone. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com today. See you at the ballpark.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight or is business at an all-time high? Well, maybe it's time for you to sell, retire, and just relax with a bunch of money in the bank. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for 40 years. And with offices located throughout the world, we have thousands of buyers immigrating to the United States ready to buy your business. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That's a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. That's the winning formula. It has never been a better time to sell your business than right now. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
Men, this is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. The one you love is the light of your life. And if you're like most of us, you want to do whatever you can to nurture your relationship. But if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction, you know the impacts the condition is likely having on you and your partner. ED is a relationship destroyer. It can contribute to depression, distancing, conflicts, and even breakups and divorce. And what's so disturbing about this is that most men who suffer with ED can be successfully treated, but a lot of guys don't seek treatment when they should. At the Atlantic Men's Clinic, we have protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases. In fact, if you're like most guys, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and maybe find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. So call the Atlantic Men's Clinic today. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you.
I met my wife in law school at the University of Florida. She was from upstate New York and I was from Kentucky. We met at a daily mass at St. Augustine's. She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen in my life. After communion, I followed her out of the church and got her phone number. The rest is history. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Little did we know that one day we would have 4 children and the largest injury firm in the world. All 4 work in the business. It's a family business. Did I ever see this coming? Hell no. We just worked very hard and treated our clients like we would want to be treated, like family. It's a full-service injury firm, auto accidents, medical malpractice, workers' compensation, Social Security, and insurance disputes. We're open 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit forthepeople.com and we can get to work on your case. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days. Back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
If you want to destroy woke culture, you like good old-fashioned stories, then you'll love Red Pilled America, the common sense storytelling show that aligns with your values. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
It is the Penthouse on Real Radio on a Wednesday. I hope you guys had a nice morning. We got a lot to get into today to keep you entertained and aloof, which we always like. We have so much for you. Don, what's our giveaway today, baby? It's a big one. Don't walk away from that, Mike.
NASCAR tickets for the Saturday event on the 20th. No, wait, that's the 22nd, I believe. Next Saturday.
Yeah, make sure. Get on the game there. What, are you still sleeping from your car?
No, I'm just checking because it says right here it's from the 21st to the 23rd. I'm just making sure we're giving away tickets today for next Saturday.
I'm still laughing because how you started the show to keep you entertained and aloof. Do you know what aloof means? That means uninterested, uninvolved, distant.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just trying to keep you entertained and uninvolved and uninterested.
Aloof.
Cool.
We'll get into a lot of
good
things.
way of using that word.
There was a girl last night
Oh,
that
my
I was in
God.
a parking lot. She had a flat tire, and she said, "Can you help me change my flat?" We'll talk about what I told her, what my response was. We
know he doesn't know how to change a flat, so.
I should just bring
He
her
said,
up.
hold on, I got AAA. Let me call him.
I didn't say that. I said, let me go into my pocket. She said, why? Do you have a jack in your pocket? We'll talk about that. Stephen A. Smith goes after LeBron again. Man, he's lucky he's got $20 million a year because nobody's going to talk to him in the NBA. They're going to blackball. They really are. It is crazy. I've said this before. Just let things go away. More deals in the NFL. Guys making millions and millions of dollars. Dolphins not doing really absolutely zip, which is not a good thing for Miami Dolphin fans. March Madness, we're getting closer and closer. You got the conference tournaments this week. Gators in the SEC, probably the best tournament that you guys can watch because it's going to be exciting and a lot of great games. Hard Rock's got a big opportunity for you. Dominic's going to tell you about it later, where you can get some free cash.
Cool.
But all that and so much more on the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Some WWGD later. And, this, that, and this.
Yeah, I love this and that and this.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Dominic, good morning.
Favorite part
Good
of the
morning,
show.
G-Man.
What's up, buddy?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm going to start a new diet. I asked Franny to be my trainer, but she's too busy.
Oh, yeah. He was like, can you train me a couple days a week, which was nice. And it was a great opportunity. I just don't have time. I don't have time.
All right, in the breaks, we're going to start making do push-ups.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
sit-ups.
if we had a gym at work, it would be easy breezy. But where are you just going to hop over to the Crunch Fitness?
All
What
right,
are you going to do?
Bowflex, send us something.
If
We
you
need
told me like to
Bowflex
be there
here.
3 times in the morning, like during the week, I would go. Because I'd rather pay you than somebody else.
I know.
Because there was a girl that I know at my old building. She texted me a while ago, and she was asking me. But when I started getting her fees, I'm like, seriously, I'd rather pay Franny than her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's just the way I am. If I know you, I'm going to put money in your pocket. And she's a nice girl, but I was like, ooh. I said, I had to
Like, that's expensive.
I was like,
What
What
about
else
a
do I
gym
get with-
endorsement, G-Man?
Right.
What?
A gym endorsement?
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Trainer or something.
Yeah.
But I do want to give a heads up just so we have a little bit more details. We're doing 12:45 today. Oh, no, it's today. What's 11:45? I was like, what is today? 11:45. It's going to be a little bit different. So you got to know your NASCAR because these are great tickets. This is for Saturday's race. This is Homestead, Miami. It's NASCAR and Racing Paradise. And we have a 4-pack of tickets for this. And what we're going to be doing for this Homestead Miami Speedway NASCAR event is NASCAR trivia. So, yes, we're going to have a trivia challenge. I got some questions here, 11:45. If you think you know NASCAR, then make sure that you are tuned in 11:45 when we give that cue to call because that is a great prize for a 4-pack of tickets. I've never been down to Homestead, Miami. I haven't even been to Daytona, but everybody raves about it.
I was there years ago.
I know. You went for a girl.
Yeah, it was cool. It was different. Definitely was. We're going to ask you questions about, like, NASCAR, too.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I said.
Yeah, like, maybe, like, how many wheels on a car?
No, they're a little bit more difficult than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Like how long the track is.
They sent me some questions. So these aren't questions that I came up with. These are questions that were given to us.
Oh, this is pretty deep.
Yes, it is.
It really is. So we'll see what happens with that. You guys will have the opportunity at 11:45, we said? Correct?
Yes, sir.
And you can go to our website and enter to win, too.
Yep, sure can.
Nice.
RealRadio92.1.com.
Yeah, a lot of big things happening right now. Formula One kicks off this weekend in Australia, and then it'll be in Miami, I think, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. On Franny's birthday, by the way, I was surprised.
It's always that same weekend, like Sunfest or whatever time.
Yeah. There's no Sunfest this year, though, right?
Nope. No Sunfest.
And it's so funny. Every time I say it to somebody, they argue, and they go, yes, there is. I go,
no, they're not. Go on the website.
Like,
you can even look at the Sunfest website. It does not have any dates, unless they're going to be like, surprise. Like,
surprise.
It's not.
It happened to me last night with 2 guys. I go, there's no Sunfest this year. They go, yes, there is. I go, no, there's not.
You should put a place a bet on it. With them.
Yeah.
You should have put $100 down right there.
Should have.
Like,
it's sad. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but it is what it is. I think I might take, because that weekend, I think my birthday does fall on a Friday. I won't take any time off work, so don't worry. But I think I'm going to try to see my mom.
Nice.
I talked to her yesterday for a bit, and yeah, it's time. It's been over a year since I went to Puerto Rico, and she's been here to see me, but I'm like, I got to go see her. So yeah, I think since no Sunfest, because normally we do a lot of stuff with Sunfest, the radio station. So maybe I'll treat myself for my birthday so I can go hang out with mom.
I think that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Again, 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You could also text us at Real Radio 47142. Always anything on the table as the show progresses. Ooh, big word. We try to throw you guys some topics and some different things that you can
Actually
get.
fits in better than aloof.
Listen to the show. We want you to be very aloof.
Oh, my goodness.
Like,
uninterested? Yeah. People are like, yes, it happens.
Hey, as long as you're listening.
That's all.
it. That's it. We care about. We want to listen. We want you guys to listen, and we want to entertain you. That's what it's about. That's it. Dom, you got something?
Yeah.
No, okay, because you're shaking your head over there.
I'm just shaking my head at you.
Happens quite often. So last night I got to see a play that Dom said he saw on Broadway in New York, and it's the Book of Mormon. I laughed so much. It was so
It's
good.
great.
Yes. So it was opening night at the Kravis Center in West Palm Beach, and packed house. They invite some media, but other than that, it was a lot of people who purchased tickets, and I'm saying packed. So when we went into intermission, because I don't know if a lot of people realize what they were getting themselves into. And it is that older Palm Beach, West Palm. So I'm looking, and the jokes and some of the humor, I'm like, oh my, because it's the writers of South Park.
Okay.
And so I am thinking after intermission, people aren't going to show back up. I was like, I wonder if half the house is not going to be here. And they were. There's a couple people in front of me, but it is somewhat of a late night on a Tuesday. But all in all, everybody came back. Everybody was laughing. I was really surprised because if you ever watch them, it's Trey Parker, what's his name in Something Stone? And another guy. I have to look into it to who wrote it, but it is the guys who created South Park.
And the humor is just like it.
100%.
So what is it basically about? Like, if you have
the Book of Mormon.
No,
I'm just kidding. But they
is it about BYU?
It is. They make it so ridiculous. It's about the missionaries, and they go they send them is it Uganda, I believe, to go and try to baptize the people of Uganda and teach them about the Book of Mormon. But
really?
it is so over the top and ridiculous, and yes, it's offensive in a funny way, and yes, they do curse a lot. But there's a lot of laugh out loud moments with it, and if you like that sense of humor, I highly recommend it. It's Matt Stone. Yeah, Matt Stone, Trey Parker, and I want to say There's another guy who is into Broadway musicals who wrote this with him, so I apologize if I do not know. I should have brought the playbook with me. But if you like their sense of humor, totally go and see it. Yeah, because it's going to be at the Kravis Center for a little bit. But really,
This week.
Yeah, really funny. Really
Just this
funny.
week, that's
Yeah,
it?
it ends Sunday.
You
Yeah.
going? Are you going?
I might.
Yeah.
It was
it's
the
funny.
best play I've seen. So
Really? Ah, that's pretty nice that you got some culture in your life. I'm a little surprised that you would go to a play like that.
My
that's
husband
totally
left.
different than a play.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean it is a musical, but it's funny, and so I mean it's been difficult to get Matt to go with me to any of these plays. I normally take my girlfriends, but I told him about this one, and I was like,
Did you like it?
He loved it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he loved it. I mean, I think it's won 9 Tony Awards.
Oh, wow.
9. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, one Tony Award's big.
And it won in 2011, so it's been around for a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been around for a while, and even like Jimmy Fallon said, it's the best play he's ever seen on Broadway. So if you like that kind of sense of humor, I highly recommend doing it. Even if you don't like musicals, it's really funny. We were in the same row, saw a whole bunch of people with Megan and her husband Taylor. Curtis was with us, Deb Knepp. I saw Jody. The whole crew was there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we had fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people with Kravis, they just buy the tickets for the whole season. And, and sometimes they're aware of someone. Years ago, I went to go see Chris Botti, trumpet player.
He's going to be there soon, I think I saw.
Yeah, and people, that were sitting next to me weren't familiar. They just said to me and other people I know, they go, we just buy the whole season, whatever's here is here. And, you want to obviously utilize it because you're paying for it.
Well, after I got the invite, I got an email after the fact, and it breaks it down for you, and it says, hey, there is language, and it can be offensive, so they give you a heads up.
Yeah.
And they probably do the same with the people who purchase the tickets.
Sure.
Just so you're not
Offended.
surprised when you go in there.
Offended
Yes.
or bothered. That's good. That's great. I think that's good that you've been utilizing that. Now, what's that comedian's name? What's the girl's name?
Nikki Glaser, when she shows up, does she have a warning?
Well,
She should, but
now
they
when you
don't
get
invite it. No, because that's Palm Beach Improv. I think I got to look because now since Improv's not in City Place or anymore,
Yeah.
they moved it to a certain theater in
Okay.
there. But they also have the big acts in the theater that I was in, which I think is Dreyfus Hall. That's the main one.
Yeah.
So maybe she's big enough where she could take over that one. So I have to look to see.
I think
but
she's in a big
typically
one.
we don't get invited to the comedy acts. It's
really?
it's more the plays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still a great opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there's a recommendation by Francis if you guys want to end up going there and have a good time. And also the Domster, he jumped in too, and he said it's good too.
It is.
You know what they gave us? Because when you go as media, you always get like a little tchotchke, like something, some swag. And I was like, what is going to, and I open it up, and I was like, this is weird. I wonder what this is about. So it was a stuffed frog.
Stuffed frog.
Do you remember the frog part of No? Oh, okay. All
I
right.
saw it right before COVID.
Oh,
is
okay.
when I saw it.
All right. So if you've seen it, you're like, yeah. So when I found out what the frog meant, I was like, interesting. And Curtis did a fun video from Cool 105.5 Mornings about it. But yeah, I would go do it. I don't know, G-Man, if you'd be crazy about it. I think you would laugh. You're not very crude, your humor.
Yeah, well, whatever.
So,
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it's great that you go. And like I said, I'm going to go see Nikki Glaser. I'm looking forward to that. One of my buddies has tickets, and he told me he'll take me. So we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll bring her on stage if she's lucky.
oh, that's nice.
We'll see what happens. So, yeah, I was out and about last night. I was at Joseph's Classic Market picking up dinner, seafood salad, and I came out, and there was a girl, and she was a little, 3 spots away from me, and she had a flat tire. So she looked over, and she looked like I had that puzzling look, and I could see her where her car was, and she's like, she goes, this sucks, like really loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her, I said, yeah. It was like 5-7, and Kansas State was playing Arizona State, and I had to put a bet in. Dominic shaking his head. I mean, that was the most important.
Kansas State.
I said, no, that's the most important thing. So she goes, do you know how to change a flat? I looked at her. I said, I got to be honest with you.
Did you show her your hands?
I said,
Look how soft these are.
I said to her, look at my hands.
Look at these nails. Look at these hands. Look, nothing. Yep.
I don't really.
But I could call a guy.
I said to her, I said, I could call somebody for you. She goes, no, I could call my boyfriend, and he'll probably come, but it's going to be like 35 minutes. So when I heard the word boyfriend,
You left.
Good luck.
I said, see ya. I said, Kansas State. So I was like, I'm out of here. I got to go. But it was so funny. She goes, you know how to change a flat? I'm like, no. She goes, you've never, like, she asked me, like, you've never changed it? I said, I've never changed a flat in my life. And I said, look at my hands. I said, it was like I changed a flat. It was like 2-7, and I got to get Kansas State in against Arizona State. So I said, I got to put a bet in. And I said, I got to go. I said, I just got seafood salad. So I got my hands.
Don't want it to get bad, spoil. Got to refrigerate it real quick if not.
I said, I got a lot going on right now. So that was it. But as soon as she said the word boyfriend, I'm like, let him come. He's banging her. Why am I going to help her?
Well, because it's going to take her 30, 35 minutes. So she was hoping she could find a man who could change a tire for her.
Yeah, well, I don't do stuff like that. And I wasn't doing it for free, that's for sure. And I had to get Kansas State.
Free. Oh, my God.
Come on.
Well, I'm sure she found somebody who knew how to change a tire.
Or she waited for a boyfriend. I mean, that's his obligation. I said, that goes.
I understand that. But yeah, like let's say my husband is 45 minutes out and I can't change a tire, then it would be nice to find a stranger who's around. I'm in a parking lot who would help. So I don't have to wait 45 minutes sitting there.
If it was you, I would have did it.
You don't know how to.
We would have got somebody.
You don't know how to.
I always said, why don't we grab dinner? I just called the guy. We'll hang out and then we'll figure it out. I mean, you got to move, right, Tom? You got to make some moves.
No, I'd change a tire.
No, you would. You're.
And he knows how to.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to change it. God forbid something happened to her car. Like, say her tire fell off on 95. I would feel terrible. I'd be like, that's it. And I don't want to do that. I mean, come on. I was like, whatever. Well, once she said boyfriend, I'm like, I'm not doing this. I was going to give her cash. I was like, here, what do you want? I don't care.
That's not going to help.
Yeah. Well, she could call somebody. Maybe she got AAA or whatever the hell you got to do when your car breaks down. I said, call Mercedes.
Was she driving Mercedes?
No. They'll come. Don't you know me? 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Would you help somebody if they had a flat tire, if they had a boyfriend? Let us know. Give us a call. Dom says he would. Dom, you would help him, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think I'm this bad luck. 47142 started off with Real Radio. It says, so Franny's going to Puerto Rico in May. Looks like we can now count on an early hurricane season.
Wow.
Thanks, Franny.
Wow.
I am not that bad of luck. That was 2 years ago. I had good luck in Costa. I had good luck in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they even said a tornado warning. That never happened.
And you travel all the time.
What else? Yeah, that was a few years ago. I really did have bad luck. You're right. When it came to between Jamaica and I got stuck in a hurricane in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Those are facts. But that was a few years ago.
And when you were in Puerto Rico, didn't you guys, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you guys lose lights and everything?
Oh yeah, we were without power. Well, we were staying at a hotel, and then when we heard the hurricane was coming, we went and drove and stayed with my mom.
Oh, okay.
And so we stayed with her because she also has a
generator?
She has a generator and solar and stuff. So we try to utilize, as much because we didn't know how long it was going to be out for. We had a good time. It was very hot. And that was the time that my husband made it on the news with Steve Weagle.
That's right. That's right.
He was a person in Puerto Rico. What do you call him? Like he was the one
on the streets.
Site.
Yeah.
Boots on the floor?
Yeah. So he FaceTimed and Steve Weagle had him on the news and stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah, during that. But that was a few years ago.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that.
Because that was the same year as Jamaica, and I turned 40, so I'm gonna be 43. So it was 3 years ago that I had bad luck.
Yeah, but Jamaica, you guys ended up not going, but you went to Delray, or am I mistaken?
Yeah, we went to Delray.
But
the reason why Jamaica, there was 20 of us at the airport waiting to get on the plane, and all of a sudden all of our phones are beeping, and we're like, what the heck is this? And we were so excited planning. It was my girlfriend Sarah, the one you think is hot, and my birthday. We're in the same week, and we both were turning 40, and so we've been planning this trip to Jamaica for a long time, and then we get this alert. We're like, what's going on? Montego Bay Airport shut down because air traffic control decided to go on strike in that particular airport. I was like, are you kidding me?
But the good thing is you made a good thing out of it.
Yes, we all
Because
got
a lot of times that can't happen when a trip gets canceled. You're screwed. You go home.
Because we were looking, we're like, where else can we fly to? But to get that many people on a flight, book a hotel, it was impossible. But my buddy did some research. The beautiful Opal Hotel right on the beach, Atlantic Avenue. He was like, listen, I got a couple rooms blocked for us. Let's go there if we want to move and try to find a flight somewhere else. But we ended up having a great time and staying there.
That's awesome.
It wasn't Jamaica, but it was fun.
All right, let's go. Before I go to break, let's go back to your friend Sarah. I said she had a nice personality.
Yeah, we know what that means.
And she is easy on the eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't
agree.
like,
She's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like, oh my God, set me up.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Tom, don't jump in.
You would totally jump on that opportunity.
100%.
I would not. She's a friend of yours. I would never do that.
I would never let you do that.
I know
Got
you would
him.
never let me do that. See, I would, if the roles
I would not C-block you. Don't get me wrong, but I do know her type.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's no offense because you're a handsome guy. You're just not it.
Yeah.
She likes very all-American.
Yeah, and again,
Yes.
If it was like one of my friends and you liked him, I'd be pushing you. I'd be like, yeah, she's the best girl I know in the world, without a doubt. Same thing with you, Dom. I would lie for you. No doubt about it.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, whatever happened to the chick across the street, the UFC chick? Nothing?
That's not me.
Yeah. It's now we're just things haven't been rolling, but
All right,
it's
we'll
just
see.
yeah.
Again, dinner at New
Very
York
busy.
Prime, and we'll give her $300 for tonight. 877-927-6969.
You're paying her now.
Well, I'm paying you. You know,
It's a dinner at New York Prime and $300.
We'll throw that in so she can't say no. And then at least if you wind to bed, at least you had a shot. That's all. That's all you need. 877-927-6969. Would you change a flat for somebody if they had a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Let us know.
So shallow.
See, you say I'm shally, but I really
Shally?
say
Shally.
I really say what everybody thinks. They're just afraid to say it.
No, because I don't think everybody thinks like you. I think
nobody
that
does.
Exactly.
It's just there are some people who do. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. If it's a friend I know or somebody else, I'm going to help them in 2 seconds. I'll take a bullet for them with a vest.
All right.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Though holographic wills are valid in many states across the country, they're not valid in Florida.
Oh, really? Okay. If you would have asked me what a holographic will was, I would be like, it's where I pop out of the document and tell you, hello.
Out of R2D2.
Give this person this, give this person that, tell this person to F off.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Checking out a crash here on 95 northbound at Atlantic Avenue. That's currently blocking 4 left lanes. Stay to the right of that. Heavy delays back to Linton Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by Lear Capital.
Our financial system is cracking under pressure. Your retirement is at risk. Take control now. Lear Capital is offering a free Sky High Silver Report and Precious Metals IRA guide at betternestegg.com. Don't leave your future to chance. Go to betternestegg.com.
Greeks Trifecta is sponsored by Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers.
This tax season, when you buy 6 months on Boost Mobile, best unlimited plan. They'll give you next 6 months free. Plus, head to a Boost Mobile store and enter to win up to $10,000 and double your tax refund. Requires upfront payment, taxes and fees extra. Terms, exclusions apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer, terms, and sweeps details.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach. This spring, speed returns to South Florida. NASCAR weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. Go get it done. Green. Where high octane meets the high banks. And gear up for spring break in the fast lane. 3 races, 3 days, one unforgettable weekend in racing paradise. NASCAR weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. March 21st through the 23rd. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Men, this is Jeff for the Atlantic Men's Clinic. And though I generally talk about medicine and effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues, today I want to talk about love. Because love is the best reason to get treated for your ED. You see, ED can cause major relationship issues. In fact, men often push their partners away when ED becomes a problem. The condition can cause depression, arguments, breakups, and even contribute to divorce. But the good news is that if you're like most men suffering with ED, you can be successfully treated at the Atlantic Men's Clinic and put a stop to the relationship stresses that ED can cause. I say this with all confidence because we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Truly, it's likely you'll find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get the love back in your life. Your initial visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. Call 877-455-7300. That's 877-455-7300 or go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. We have 6 offices across South Florida to serve you.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Hey, it's Franny, and we know GimmeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better. With GimmeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway, they're giving away $25,000 in cash every month. There are 2 ways to win. Get 250 chances to win with your mail-in entry, or 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. Whether you're selling your daily driver, pickup, SUV, or even a supercar, they want it. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GimmeTheVin.com and get an instant offer in minutes.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Alini water filters. Clean, healthy water your home can rely on.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue. But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. Aha! So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin. Case closed. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps to keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days, back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Have you ever wondered if your pet is lying to you?
Why is my cat not here? And I go in and she's eating my lunch.
Or if hypnotism is real?
You will use the suggestion to enhance your control.
Or what's inside a black hole?
Black holes could be a consequence of the way we understand the universe.
Well, we have answers for you in the new podcast, Science Stuff. Join me, Jorge Cham, as we answer questions about animals, space, our brains, and our bodies. Listen to Science Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart Radio app, search Science Stuff, and listen now.
Rick's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
keep you entertained and aloof.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You won't get this kind of show anywhere in the USA, baby. I can tell you that. Or maybe Costa Rica or Sea Caucus. It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday, 92.1 Real Radio. I am the Greek. Dominic is here.
Hello.
And of course, we'd not be complete without this lady. Hello, Francis.
Hi.
It's time for this day in history and the trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, the Buffalo Bills are making some moves. They signed Josh Allen, but they also picked up Joey Bosa. They signed him for 1 year, $12 million. And $3 million in incentives. He gets hurt a lot the last couple of years, but this kid was a stud, make no doubt about it. 5 years, he made All-Pro. We'll see if he has anything left in the tank. One of the things Buffalo had a hard time with is their defense and putting pressure on the quarterback. And next January in the playoffs, it'll be the Bills again, and they'll be playing the Chiefs or the Ravens, and you need to put pressure on those quarterbacks. We see what happened with Mahomes in the Super Bowl, so Joey Bosa gets a new deal. The Cavs won last night over the Nets, a new winning streak of 15 games.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. Hats off to the Cavs. They're playing great this year. This could be their year. Can they take down Boston? They'll have home court in the playoffs. We'll see what happens. But you know what? I'm still not betting against Boston, but we'll see what happens with the Cavs. But again, winning streak of 15 games. I think, Dominic, you mentioned yesterday they had one of 14 already, right, this year?
Yeah, they already did that once.
Yeah, so it's amazing what they've accomplished this year. Formula One racing is coming to Miami, but the season opens up this Saturday in Australia. Man, I got to tell you, I've been getting a little involved with it through some of my friends who are big sports fans, but those drivers make some serious
change. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, they crush it.
Besides their one contract with their teams,
Yeah.
they make it endorsements so much.
Who's the main driver who wins all the time?
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, the good-looking kid.
And Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I might go this year. I'm going to see what happens. Franny's birthday, so I don't know if I want to
You
miss
can
that.
go. It's
okay,
fine.
cool.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Formula One this year, I'm going to check out. And before you know it, I think next week kicks off the tennis open, Miami down at Hard Rock. That's usually the second or third week of March, and that'll be going on. Again, that complex they've done so much with over the last 5 years between the racing, the tennis. You know, they have concerts there once in a while, the Dolphins, but man, it's they've really made it a beautiful complex now.
I think it's cool that the F1 track is just there all the time.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's always there, which is cool.
Mhm.
It costs too much money to change. I mean, if they have to do, I think they signed like a 20-year deal with them.
It's like Vegas. You walk down the street in Vegas now, you see part of the F1 track.
Yeah, again, they sign deals, and it's just too much money to keep up and down, and all the construction, and also in Vegas. I mean, they talk about it when we have Teddy on, other guys that I know from Vegas. The traffic is brutal.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, it's just standstill. Like it's quicker to walk from some casinos to other ones because the traffic is so bad. So they don't want to really do that. I mean, when they have huge events like that, the Formula One, and when they have the draft a couple years ago, I mean, it's just closed down. It's just completely. And the Strip is obviously the main transportation back and forth. When you get to Vegas, if you've never been there, but almost, it's quicker to walk.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, especially on the weekends, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. No way. You're sitting 30, 40 minutes in a car. You really are. Whatever you're taking, Uber, cab, car service. You're better off walking. You really are. I've walked many times from the Wynn to the Caesars, and it was a lot quicker for shows and stuff like that. But Formula One is exciting, and it does bring a lot of eyes worldwide.
Oh, yeah.
And it's done very well down here in Miami, and it is at a very expensive ticket. I mean, you got to try to get it straight, because if you go secondhand market, forget it. You're going to get crushed. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Now over to Francis for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
All right, back in the day on March 12th, 131 years ago, in 1894, the first bottles of what's right there that Dom drinks every day, Coca-Cola, were sold. Can you believe that? 1894.
Wow.
113 years ago, 1912, Juliet Gordon Low founded the Girl Scouts of America. 68 years ago, 1957, Dr. Seuss published The Cat in the Hat. 56 years ago, 1969, Paul McCartney married Linda Eastman. at the Marylebone Town Hall in Westminster, London. They said no other Beatles attended.
Yeah,
On
we
the
have.
same day, George Harrison and his wife, Patty Boyd, were arrested after the London cops
That's why they
conducted
couldn't go.
a drug raid on their home.
That's why they couldn't go to her wedding.
They were arrested.
Now her family, I think, was Kodak, Linda Eastman. I think that's where her family was. They were one of the owners or big people with Kodak, which is gazillions.
Big money. Same year, 56 years ago, 1969, at the Grammys, Simon and Garfunkel won Record of the Year for Mrs. Robinson. Glenn Campbell won Album of the Year for By the Time I Got to Phoenix. 51 years ago, 1974, Kathy Lee Crosby became the first Wonder Woman on TV. Linda Carter became Wonder Woman in November of 1975. 43 years ago, 1982, Richard Pryor, Live on the Sunset Strip concert movie was released. 32 years ago, 1993, Janet Reno was sworn in as the first female Attorney General of the United States. She served until January 20th, 2001. 29 years ago, 1996, Weird Al Yankovic, released his ninth comedy album, Bad Hair Day, featuring Amish Paradise and Gump. 18 years ago, 2007, I heard his movie's supposed to be pretty good. They did a movie about him. Who played him? Was it the Harry Potter kid?
I don't know.
I know somebody pretty big, and they say it's...
He's a pretty weird guy. Just saying.
Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe played him. I've heard it's very good. I gotta watch that one day. It's got Rainn Wilson, Jack Black, Evan Rachel Wood, even the guy who wrote Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh, wow.
Patton Oswalt. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Okay, where was I? 18 years ago, 2007, Van Halen, R.E.M., Patti Smith, Grandmaster Flash, and the Furious Five were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 16 years ago, 2009, Bernie Madoff pleaded guilty to scamming $18 billion from Wall Street investors. His Ponzi scheme is the largest financial fraud in U.S. history. And then finally here, try to watch it because it won Academy Award. Kind of good. Was a bit confused. 2023, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Won 7 out of the 11 Academy Awards it was nominated for, including Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Director, and Best Original Screenplay. And there you go. That's what happened this day in history, March 12th.
Yeah, it's amazing when an Oscar, and the Oscars every year, I talked about it yesterday, people always say, the Best Picture, people will be like, did you watch it? Did you see it? It's very few times the Oscar for Best Picture of the year was like a big success that everybody sees. Just seems like there's always films that you're like, I never saw it. And that's just what happens.
And then you see it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I tried watching it. It's very weird, and it's intriguing, and I couldn't figure it out. I think I need to watch it again. You know how sometimes you watch a movie again and you're like, oh yeah.
Was it?
Keep you entertained and aloof.
Yes, it kept
which
me
we
aloof.
always like.
Just had to check.
So a lot of people are going to be betting on the March Madness and this week conference tournaments. Hard Rock, they got a great opportunity for you right now. We're going to take advantage of this.
Yeah, it's called the Ballapalooza bet. So basically, it's in their promotion area. If you bet $250, you get a bonus $25 bet. So basically, but the smallest bet you can make is $50. So just a couple $50 bets, and
That's
you
awesome.
you get a bonus of $25 to use on the NCAA men.
So we're going to achieve that. I'm going to put up to 250, and you're going to get to 25.
All right.
So that's good. But
And that's for this week.
That's it. That's the conference tournaments. Remember, if you're betting, you should be betting on the Hard Rock app, or get down to the casino, the Qatar or Seminole Casino, Coconut Creek, or maybe go up to Tampa. They got a great smoke event coming up on March 29th. I was invited to. That's always a great time up in Tampa. And if you like cigars, you get up there for that. But betting, you should always bet on the Hard Rock app. And we'll take advantage of that today. We'll put a 4-teamer in, and we'll get you halfway there.
All right. I might go down there this weekend, too. I know Franny's probably going down to Qatar.
I'll be there Saturday night, Sunday morning.
Cool. I might be going on Saturday for a pool party.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for a DJ.
Just shoot me a text. Be like, hey, what's up?
Now, are you DJing pencil, or are you just going down for a DJ?
Just going to see one, maybe.
Now, do you have to pay for that, or is that open to the public?
Well, you have to pay for it. It's at the pool party area.
Oh, cool.
I think it's Dare Day Club.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, I won't be there until later, but if you're drunk afterwards, just like, hey, what are you guys doing? Because we're going to a concert that night, so I don't think we'll be there until like 5 or 6 or so.
Go to the Caviar Bar. It's awesome.
I love the Caviar Bar.
That's awesome. It really is. You can have a good time. Maybe you can meet a young lady at the pool and say to her, hey, you want to get some caviar? She'll be like, ooh, baller. Tell her like your father's like a prince from like Dubai. He just flew in for the weekend. He had an affair in New York.
Don't. Yeah, because then she'll want you to buy all the very expensive caviar that's there. You'll be like, can't afford that.
Put it on G's tab.
Yeah.
put
Do you
on
have a
my
tab there?
Yeah. People have done that. Sure. So, Franny, what are some phrases that guys do not like that women make? And there's a lot of them that you have on a list of phrases that guys. How about I have a boyfriend?
Yeah, definitely don't like that. No, there's 11 phrases that men think are rude, but only when women say them. Like if a guy says them, they're like, yeah, not a big deal. But when a woman says it, they're like, how dare you?
All right, so we're going to be the judge and the audience.
Dare you?
Are you guys going to help us too? We're going to say whether or not they're rude.
So women who hear how rude they are for saying these things often find themselves completely baffled. But yes, they claim these are 11 phrases men only think are rude when a woman says them. Got on here? No, thank you. Of course, everyone should feel comfortable saying no to set boundaries and protect their own well-being, but women are often characterized as rude or entitled when they do so, especially when compared to men. So when like something they ask, do you want this? Would you like that? And they say no, thank you. They say men perceive that as being rude.
I wouldn't perceive that as being rude. Would you?
No. I don't know why. I'm trying to think of why you would.
What about this one? I'm speaking. They said researchers found that men who interrupt others were deemed assertive, confident, and passionate, while women who made similar interruptions were labeled as rude, less friendly, and less intelligent. Like if somebody was like, you're in the middle of something, and somebody's talking to you like, I'm speaking right now. Then you look at being rude, but a guy who's like, oh, he's being assertive because he is speaking.
I think that's being a dick no matter what you are.
I agree. Well, no, I don't think saying I'm speaking is being a dick. I think it's a dick if you go in, if you're trying to interrupt the conversation.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If you're interrupting anybody's conversation, it's not really polite.
11 phrases, men only, and listen, this is not blanket statement. We're not going to go through 11, but think are rude when it comes from a woman. This, thanks, but I don't need your help. When they say that to a man. Outside the scope of gender double standards, asking for help can often contribute to positive perception of intelligent. However, for women, it can also reinforce the misguided notion that they are incompetent and don't have the same wisdom as men do.
Again, I don't see it that way. That's taking it so deep. Like you're incompetent. Like who's even thinking that? You know what I mean? But people do, I guess. So I don't think it's rude.
They say phrases. You're being so dramatic. A phrase like that reimagines the insults and gendered stereotypes men often enforce with women. They say when a guy does it, not a big deal if he says it to a woman. But if a woman says it to a guy, they're like, how dare you? Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. So far, I don't agree with any of them. Or I don't feel that way when people say that to me because they're all phrases that you're going to hear.
What about be a man? They said the phrase be a man is often perceived as less aggressive when it comes from male peers. But when it comes from a woman, and she says it to the man in her life,
it's a little bit of a
so that's to say, like if me saying be a man and then your boy saying be a man, you're going to look at it differently.
I think either way, if they say it, I would look at them like, who are you? I even have an opinion, Like if it was my friends, I'd be like, really? Go fold up and make a tent. If a girl says it, but it's true. But then women want guys who are sensitive. You know what I mean? And they show their feelings.
So they want a combination of things. You want a man's man, but you want somebody who also has a little sensitive side to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
like fake crime when you're watching a movie.
Don't fake cry.
So what about that girl from yesterday that wanted you to change her tire? What if she told you, be a man?
I would have said, I'm not your man. That's the first problem you got, all right? Call your guy.
First problem you got.
The first thing you got to do is call your guy who's banging you. I'm not. If I was, you wouldn't be in this situation. Next question.
Oh, my goodness. They're not all questions. This one, I deserve more money for my work. According to research, not you, studies on employee salary negotiations, women are much less likely to negotiate their pay with a potential employer or even ask for a raise in an existing job compared to men. They said not because they're complicit with still existing, their pay gaps, but because they're perceived as being rude, women think that, rude, unlikable, or difficult to work with for doing so, compared to men who are deemed tough and competent when they say I deserve more money for my work, which is a very sad way of thinking.
Yes, I don't agree with that 100%.
I don't either. I don't agree with a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, you should be confident in yourself and your ability, and if you think you deserve more money, and you can always have a case for it, and that's what I tell all my friends when you go in for a raise. Just don't walk in and say, I want a raise. Explain why you deserve a raise, I think is the way to do it, but I don't think it's rude, or I look at them differently. They should get what they can get. I respect good negotiators. Unfortunately, I ended up with a lot of them. So
47142 started off with Real Radio. A couple people are like, it's not Tuesday, Greek. And another person goes, yo, Greek, it's Wednesday, not Tuesday. Please don't make the week any longer, bro.
What did I say?
Clearly, you said it was Tuesday because two people text.
Well, get you involved in the show.
Is it my favorite phrase that I use quite often is, I'm sorry, did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours? That's good.
That is good.
That is good. Oh, man. You know, you do have those people in your life, though, that just interject and then just make whatever you're talking about them.
Yeah, they plow through it.
And they do.
They don't even but if you know them, then you know it's part of it. I got two of my friends like that, and it's cool. I mean, I'm like, all right, whatever.
I have a very good friend who is so much like that just turns things around and then makes it about her. And I've come to the point where if that happens to me, if I'm in the middle and she does that, I will walk away from her story. Because she's got a crowd. I mean, because obviously I'm telling somebody else and she'll be part of it. And then, just be like, all right, well, I guess I'm done. I guess I'm done here.
You don't need me anymore. Finish on your own. These are some of the things that guys deem that women say that are rude. But if men say it, they don't think it's rude. Like to be a man, like if your boys say it, I've said that to my friends over things that they've bitched about, their jobs.
Be a man or man up.
Like my one buddy's bitching about his job right now, and I love him, but he's like, they might move. So he's like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. I'm like, dude, you go where the job is. I mean, that's it. If they're moving, you go. If you don't like it, you quit.
But moving where?
They're moving location.
Oh, okay. Not like cities. Or
No,
states.
it's like 25, 40 minutes from his house. And he's like, I don't want to go. I'm like, well, you got to go where they tell you. I mean, there's just life. I mean, we were going to move a couple years ago. Am I fond of it? No, but you go where they tell you. I mean, that's where your paycheck is. Sorry or sayonara. Find another job. What do you want me to tell you? You got any other on that list?
Nothing worthwhile.
Nothing worthwhile. How about you, Dominic? Off the top of your head that women have said to you that you think are rude?
Not that I can think of, but I have a talk back.
Oh, is it rude?
Hello, guys. What's going on? Palm Beach Gardens' favorite pool guy, Jeremy, checking in. Speaking of these storms, yes, absolutely. If Franny's going on vacation, there's going to be an early hurricane system.
You stop it.
And just so everybody knows, the 2025 list of named storms is out. So go check it now. See if you made the list. It's funny because my girlfriend showed me yesterday that she made the list, and she's a little upset about it. So hopefully that storm doesn't hit. Peace, guys.
Thanks, Jeremy. And first of all, is your girlfriend like a storm? You know what I mean? Is she come in and just destroy everything in your life? And also, Jeremy is a golfer who's very, very good. They put out a challenge yesterday to one of my friends, him and Dominic, correct? Against this guy, one of my buddies and his friend. So, of course, I told my buddy last night, and he was like, no. He goes, he just wants to play you.
Yeah.
He just wants to play you one-on-one. And I was just like, no, we're not doing that.
All right, looks like we're okay, y'all. It looks like we are, as far as the Atlantic storms, let's see, list of Atlantic hurricane season 2025. Of course, there's no Q, U, X, Y, or Z's because of the lack of names that begin with those letters. But we have Andrea, Barry, Chantel.
Ooh, I like that name.
Dexter.
Aaron,
Fernand, Gabriel, Umberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen.
Oh,
I feel like Karen's going to be a bad one.
Oh, man.
That Karen. My sister's name is Karen, too. But that Karen, she's going to be a bad one. Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo. Olga sounds rough, too, right?
Yeah.
Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, Van, Wendy. And that's it. Yep.
Rebecca's a hot name.
Okay.
I knew a dancer's name, Rebecca. Great ass. Thank you very much, Franny, for the update. 877.
Thank you for that side note.
Update on what? Your favorite dancer?
Well, there's certain names that just get you. You know what I mean? That you hear, you're like, ooh, nice name.
You remember that one?
Yo, definitely, without a doubt. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Any phrases that maybe you hear from your boys that you're like, okay, but if a girl says them to you, you're like, that's a little rude.
Boobs in your face.
Does that count or?
If my friend said that to me, I don't know. I think it'd be a little weird. But if a girl said that, I'd be like, all right, perfect.
There you go.
Sounds like a great night. 877-927-6969. We got a big giveaway today for you guys. An opportunity to go on to Miami to see some race cars.
Homestead, yes. NASCAR.
Yeah, that is cool. And you're going to have a chance to do that today at 11:45. It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Trying to be very aloof.
Monday?
Tuesday.
Oh, my.
Wednesday.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my. Where?
Sorry, username like that. Bye.
Oh, man.
Tom, don't even like.
How
Don't
do you
jump on
not
the
do
bandwagon.
drugs or drink? Like, what is happening? It's natural.
I'm a little offended.
Natural.
I'm a little offended. You're gonna have to go to therapy today. Franny said I was on drugs. Well,
I said, how are you not? I didn't say you were.
How am I not? Because drugs can't help. This is
Or
years
maybe
of-
they can.
They might at this point.
Maybe they can.
All right, down, sir, you little heat merchant. We'll be back in a few minutes with some Florida stories on a Wednesday. My God, you make a mistake around here, and they throw Frisbees on you with waffles on them. Peace.
iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted home.
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov put right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon & Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Checking out a vehicle, fire 95 northbound at Atlantic Avenue, blocking 3 left lanes. Stay to the right of that, delays back to Linton. Also looking at a surface road accident, Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard in Sapodilla Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by the Music Saved Me podcast.
I'm Lynn Hoffman, and lucky me, I get to host the Music Saved Me podcast, the podcast that explores the healing and transformative power of music. You can listen to the Music Saved Me podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's the Greek for Alini Water Filtration System. Call them today, 954-646-7402. I didn't think it'd make a difference in my life, but it does. Jump in the shower, and I come out feeling like a perfect 10. Walk over to my faucet, get some water, and I'm happy because you know what? I'm saving money, and it's good for my health. It's simple, it's safe, and it's clean, and it's no hassle. Call them today, 954-646-7402. Alini Water Filtration System. It'll make a difference in your life, and it makes a difference in my life. Soon as I get out of bed, I feel like a winner. Peace.
The Glass Chamber. All things vape and all things smoke. Exotic sodas, Pupco, Mike Tyson wraps, Raz, HQD, and the newest disposables. If you are not shopping at the Glass Chamber, what are you even doing? With the latest and greatest in the industry, why wouldn't you? Now open in Boynton Beach. 8 convenient locations. Visit GlassChamberFL.com and buy the best quality glass pieces and accessories from your favorite store online and have it shipped to your home. The Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Scott's just made daylight saving time an extra big deal. It's called Day Lawn Saving Time with huge in-store savings. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action products today at the Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Offers available March 6th through 19th at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact details.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
The new iHeart app is the one app you need.
Love my presets. The preset feature is dynamite. Love it.
And I've been telling all my friends about it. They're on the app.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio. Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days. Back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Guess what? Discover's accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. You heard right, 99%. If you don't think so, maybe it's time to face facts. You're stuck in the past. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report, learn more at discover.com/credit card.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
It is the Penthouse on a Monday. Trying to be very aloof.
Monday?
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm such a good actor. It's amazing. I'm not Hollywood sometimes. It's amazing.
Oh, my
God.
goodness.
Got a lot of text messages from people when Franny said, why don't you do drugs? Or you should do drugs or whatever. No drugs here. No drugs. People always want to always say to me, oh, Greek, I'm going to get you high. Females.
I don't want.
But they like me. You know what I mean? They're not,
got it.
You tolerate me because you have to work with me. They're different. Or you want to get me drunk. And I'm always like, no, I just, this is me. And if it's not good enough, screw. And that's the way you got to be. You got to be yourself. You just can't fake it. And it's not going to be any different. I don't think it's going to be any different. I mean, if I was blown out or drunk, how do you think it would be? Would it be? I think it'd be don't you think more mellow? Or am I mistaken?
I don't, sometimes weed affects people differently. Just depends. I mean, there's different, like you can have an indica, you can have a sativa, and just indica's supposed to mellow you out. Sativa's supposed to bring you up, but I know people who can smoke indica and clean the house for an hour. So it just depends.
And then drinking, I think I'd be very quiet. I'd just be like, crash. I'd be out to sleep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I've seen them crash out on alcohol.
Yeah. I mean, 2 glasses of wine, and you know what I mean? It's like, ooh, let's bet like $2 on something. It's crazy.
Ooh.
I'm not even myself. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
And of course, Francis is here.
What's up?
It's our first batch of Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida?
WTF.
What the Florida?
Alrighty, well, we will start here with your What the Florida. This is a Florida man who has been charged for interactive teller machine fraud. And you're like, what the hell is that? Well, Florida man is facing charges for allegedly committing fraud using an interactive teller machine. They said this is the first reported fraud case that came in on March 7th from the True Community Credit Union. Police did not share specifics about the case, but said it involved one of their machines, their ATM machines. So this interactive teller machine, essentially an ATM, has video chat. It allows customers to conduct bank transactions without going inside. So during the initial investigation, police found that more fraud had been conducted the next day, March 8th, with large amounts of cash being taken out of the machine. So this is a Florida man. He's from Miami Gardens, but this was happening in Michigan.
Okay.
So and Michigan police were able to quickly locate this 32-year-old man from Miami Gardens. They did arrest him before he could flee Michigan. They said he was later identified Tiandra Jasper. And they said it was pretty crazy. They said if you receive a phone call appearing to be from True Community Credit Union, where the caller claims there are fraudulent charges on your account, asks you to enter your full card number or your social security number via the phone keypad and threatens you with responsibility for fraud if you don't comply, hey, this is a scam. Not just there in Michigan, scams like this happen down here too. They say if you receive a call, hang up immediately and contact whatever bank you have, saying that this is what you have to do. So this is what the guy did. And he ended up getting a lot of money, but now he's probably gonna have to use it for an attorney.
Crime doesn't pay.
It does not pay. And then this is pretty nutty. We have a Florida man. I wonder if you saw this guy because it was at a music festival. Crazed Florida man chomped off a chunk of flesh from a cop's face at a local music festival and then complained that hair was stuck in his teeth. So this person is going to spend the next 6 years behind bars.
Good.
I think it should be longer than 6 years if you take a chunk out of somebody's face. Yeah, James Anderson sentenced on Monday for sinking his teeth into the head of a Holmes County Sheriff's deputy, ripping off a chunk of the deputy's scalp and exposing the cop's skull. This happened at Soul Fest in Ponce de Leon. I mean, this photo is grisly. Do not look at the cop's injury, showing a gaping hole in the back of his head. Violence against a local law enforcement officer will not be tolerated, of course, according to the chief. And this one was absolutely insane. This is the most severe bite wound I've ever seen in my career as a prosecutor, and this defendant is going to spend the next several years in prison after this act of violence. They said the brute was working as a volunteer at the 4-day music festival, an arts festival, when he tried to snatch the deputy's gun from his holster. Dude was totally high on drugs before savagely biting down on his head, on his skull. They say combative Anderson was restrained by multiple officers after he resisted the effects of a taser. They hit him multiple times with a taser. The guy still did not go down. They said the violent attack wacko who was under the influence of PCP, LSD, ketamine, mushrooms, and ecstasy at the time.
I'm sorry he's alive.
Complained he had hair in his teeth after he bit down in this guy's skull.
Terrible.
It is so gross.
I can't even. I don't want to see it.
Don't.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it. And then next up we have right here, JFK Medical Center. A city of Atlantis, an ICU nurse has been arrested after tampering with and stealing controlled substances, including fentanyl, in a bid to feed her addiction. The Atlantis Police Department stated that they were sent over to JFK Medical Center in Atlantis. after a patient's mother witnessed Leanne Para stealing medication. According to probable cause, the mother of the patient says she saw her enter the room under the pretense of checking medication levels, but reportedly drew medication from a vial and added an unknown clear liquid to it. She then reported it to another ICU nurse who inspected the patient's fentanyl vial and discovered puncture holes that indicated tampering. So she took it from the vial that a patient was utilizing. I don't know if it was in a drip or what, right?
Ugh.
The report stated that following the discovery, the nurse alerted hospital admin. They said in a conversation with the hospital, the administration, Para initially denied any wrongdoing, but later consented to a search of her bag, during which the director did uncover vials of lorazepam, Benadryl, in addition to suspected medications. Upon further questioning, she allegedly admitted to the theft and stated she wanted to get help for her addiction. So very sad, and wanted to report herself to the Board of Nursing. So very sad. Addiction is a very sad thing, and at least she did realize it and said, yeah, she said, I want to report myself. I'm an addict. I need some help. But of course, to that, she did get suspended and of course arrested. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Franny. We do it twice a show, 11:05 and 1:05. You guys always give us all the ingredients we need to bake this cake. And let me tell you, there's always a lot of crazy stuff, no doubt. 877-927-6969. That is the time. That's the number to call, not the time to call. You can call us anytime you want. Tiger Woods, some more bad news for him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the guy, I give him so much credit and his passion that he has, obviously, for the sport. Because, like I said to Francis, I'd be sitting on my yacht and hitting golf balls. Eating golf balls. Hitting golf balls. And the ones that when they go in the ocean, they don't hurt the environment, because I'm very concerned about the environment. But, yeah, I'd be hitting golf balls off my yacht and just hanging out with about 3 brunettes feeding me grapes. And he has all these operations. I think he said 6 or 7 on his back.
Yep.
Which
had
is
one in September on his back.
Yeah, just unbelievable. And he does all this because he still wants to play golf at a high level. But yeah, it's he had the surgery. I know he put something out on, I think it was X or social media, Instagram.
Yep, one of those.
Yeah.
I think it was Instagram, maybe too.
Yeah, and he said he had the operation in West Palm, and he also said that the doctor said it was very successful, which is great. And he was just playing last week.
Yep.
I mean, where you obviously go, and they do look at him where his future could be in that new arena. What's it called? AGL? TGL, because he doesn't have to walk all the miles and all that. But yeah, something like this happened, and he's definitely going to be rehabbing. He's not going to be playing in the Masters.
No.
Did you think he was going to play in the Masters if he didn't get hurt or attempt it?
Attempted. I mean, that's what they said in the announcement that came out, that he was vigorously practicing and that he was ramping up his practicing is what he said.
Yeah.
Getting more aggressive in it, and then that's when it happened.
Tiger, if you're listening, always welcome to call into the show, but big fan, and it's amazing what you've done for golf as a sport, and everybody on the tour should thank you. But just your ability to keep going out there and getting these surgeries is unbelievable.
I wonder if he'll be at the event next week.
I don't know.
His team's not playing. They didn't make the playoffs, but I wonder if he'll just be there since he's part-time owner.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, he might just go for support. But that injury is tough that he had. When you hear Achilles, it's very, very hard. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers went through it 2 years ago. Kobe came back. Yeah, it's tough. And as you get older, it gets harder. He's 49.
Kevin Durant also had the Achilles.
Yeah, Kevin Durant was a lot younger, though, but he had it. But we'll see. But again, hats off to him for his passion for the game and to keep getting these operations and to try to still play at such a high level.
I mean, you need that operation just to walk anyway once that happens. So.
Oh, sure. But I'm saying like all the operations he had on his back and everything like that. I don't know. I mean, again, that's why he has that extra gear that most people don't have, and all athletes have it at a high level to push, where somebody else might be like, I'm all right. I don't have to pay at a high level. I might have some pain, but I'm not going through surgery again. Stephen A. Smith was on a podcast last night, and I don't understand what he's doing, but he did call out LeBron a little, and his reactions yesterday were not good, in my opinion. I think he's going to have some problems with some NBA players where they'll shut him down.
Oh, yeah.
Not speak to him at all. Called LeBron weak, which I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, just let this go away. And I know Stephen A. has a huge ego. I get that. And he's making $20 million a year. God bless him. But there's just some hives you don't kick, and that's not going to work with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. But I am surprised that when he was asked about it, again, you could be asked about anything. It's the way you respond. He could have just been like, you know what? It happened. It's done. I'm over it. But he came in guns loaded and was just like, man, that was weak and, shouldn't have been done. And like, just stop on both of you. I mean, LeBron did his thing and he came across as a father. Dwayne Wade said he would have done the same thing. I mean, I don't know. Again, I think privately, if you want to speak to somebody, if you have an issue with them, and you also have to remember, like, it's in the media. It's there. I mean, your kid's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he would have praised him if he played great. Because I think Stephen A. Smith, obviously, is a professional. He's going to do his job both ways. But for Stephen A. to come back at him after that, that's not good. He's already said a couple players don't talk to him. And he has that connection with the players where, it helps him in all sports. He gets stories that the usual reporter doesn't get or different things like that and an insight. And if they come out and LeBron's like, hey, nobody's talking to him, I think you'll see a lot of guys shut down.
Oh, yeah.
And they won't talk to him. So, Stephen A., I know you don't care if I live or die, obviously. But, man, I got to tell you, do not kick that hive. I don't think this works out good for you. I really don't. I just see more and more players just shutting him down and not being happy with what he said. And his first response was fine when he came out and said, hey, that's a father coming after me, and I get it. It should have ended there.
Mm-hmm. Right there.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron should have did what he did publicly because I think it kicked it up. But I think then he coming back with his response was good because, again, he wasn't going to address it, but the four-letter network told him to. And then last night he goes on a podcast. And so many people, for whatever reason, get in trouble on podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
And the mic's on.
Yep, that's what the podcast is.
Yeah, I mean, so if you and I don't know if they feel more comfortable because usually you're doing podcasts with friends or people you have some kind of roll with that you bond with. But again, when you're saying stuff and you're that smart, the mic's on. So if you don't, I mean, you see it all the time with ball players, all the time. I mean, last year the Cowboys with Dak Prescott and they were like naming the top 5 quarterbacks. They didn't mention him. I mean, like you see it all the time with these players and people in general. But when you're doing a podcast, if people are listening, you're going to get in trouble or you're going to have to deal with it. 877-927-6969. You can always call us with anything or text us, but on the table today, what is the phrase that if a woman says to you, you think is rude, but if a man says to you, you accept it? Dominic said, I'm married.
To accept it if a man says it?
He accepts it if a guy says it, but if a woman says it, he thinks it's rude.
Interesting.
So, Franny, you had a stat that we were talking about during the break a little bit that we're going to get into, but it's not a great stat, I don't think, with people trying to help people in their family with the amount of
Yeah, so they were asking people, and it really isn't a large number, but I kind of get it. So if you had to get this certain amount of money in 24 hours to help a friend or family member, would you be able to do it? And the number for some is pretty big. For others, it's not. G-Man, I know you could get this in a matter of seconds, probably. And it's not even having to go on your into your own bank account and get it. You could just go around and ask people for it, whatever it is. But yeah, the stat says that 1 in 5 people could not come up with this amount in 24 hours to help a loved one. Wallet Hub Emergency Savings Survey lists the biggest obstacles to building a financial safety net. And more of the people that were polled in this said that they would not be able to come up with $1,000 in 24 hours to save the life of someone they loved.
Save their life.
That's what it says.
Wow.
To save the life of someone they loved. More than 1 in 4 say they never contribute to their emergency fund. Which is very unfortunate. And that's their emergency fund. So we're talking about somebody else who's going through an emergency. But yeah, 44% say inflation, of course, is the biggest barrier. 34% cite personal debt. 2 out of 5 people say paying off debt takes precedence over building their savings account.
Yeah, I can see
which
that.
I do see, yep. Nearly a quarter of those polled expect their emergency savings to decrease in the next year. And they say, according to financial experts, the biggest tip to see your savings grow is to budget. Your goal should be to set aside at least 3 to 6 months income for a rainy day. That should be the goal, but it's very difficult for a lot of people to do. Obviously, if you see that 1 in 5 wouldn't be able to come up with $1,000, if it's 24 hours, of course, there's a time limit on it, which isn't that long, to save the life of someone they love. Now, G-Man, I know you can. Dom, you think you could come up with $1,000?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I could too. Unfortunately, and whether my money, but I think I could also be like, hey, Greek,
Yep.
can I have 1,000? No, but I think even just asking people for some money here or there, and that's what's really, it's just disheartening about it. But
It's sad.
it's life. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking life and death, we're not talking about helping somebody pay their American Express.
No, that's what they said to save. Yes, they said to save the life of someone they love.
Yeah.
And if it's to save a life, it could even go as far as opening a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
To get
And
$1,000.
just hoping that you would get it within those 24 hours.
Yeah, that's not that's changing it because that's not a guarantee. That's not you.
But
That's not you. That's other people. The question is, can you do it in 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's tough. I mean, that's a sad thing. I mean, it really is because you want to talk about somebody's life on the line.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not like, hey, man. I've always said when friends come to me for a small amount of money, I worry more about them than when they come to me for a big amount of money. So that means somebody can't get gas or somebody can't eat. And I've had friends come to me and be like, hey, I can't pay. I don't have anything. I've had people come to me, Franny knows, who got kicked out. They had no living. Didn't live in it. Didn't have a place. I mean, that's when it's sad. And, it pulls on your heartstrings if you care about the person because you want to help them, obviously. You don't want to see anybody struggling. When somebody's like, hey, I need $40, that's tough because you know that they're very desperate.
Yeah.
And it's heartening. It makes you feel terrible if it's somebody you care about. I mean, when you pull up to a light, you see people come up to your window. A lot of people, it pulls on their strings. They're like, here. You know what I mean?
Panhandlers, yep. Somebody, 47142 off topic, says he always throws me into a panic when he misses the names or when he misnames the day. Yes, talking about UG Band. They always like, oh, crap, is it Monday? Let's see. Franny asked Tom to forgive me. I'm about to cheat on him with this here Whopper. What?
What?
I don't know.
One of your lovers.
I don't know. It says, I don't know, Greek. How have you ever had a golf ball stuck in your blowhole? Huh. I guess it's one of the things that a man can say to a man, but a woman can't. They said if a man says he or she is a bitch, somebody says, all right. Or maybe that's different. Maybe they said a man can't say it to a woman.
Okay.
But a woman can. Let's see. And then we have, I like how Greek is so sure that Jeremy is a good golfer, but never saw him play. Just because you can talk the talk doesn't mean you can walk the walk. You've seen him play, haven't you? Well, you've seen him drive the ball.
Dominic said he's excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he has a great shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I went by what Dominic told me. He saw him at Drive Shack.
Yeah, you guys hung out a little bit at Drive Shack, so yeah, at least driving for sure.
I mean, I go by him. He's the one who told me he's a great. He's a very good golfer. He's got a great swing. I mean, if he sucks, he sucks. Who knows? Half of life is faking it. So I mean, if he's faking it, maybe he gets his rent paid. I've never seen him play, and I wouldn't even know a good golfer if I saw somebody from their course. I mean, I would have to ask at the end, like, what's your handicap? Like DJ Khaled, they were talking about him last night. He loves to play golf. He has a passion for it.
Oh, yeah, he's always at TGL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he talked about that. He said his handicap is a -10.
Yeah, that seems a little low for him. But
Yeah.
sure.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
So is that good or bad? I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. He plays
Every day.
Yeah. He said he plays 5 to 7 times. He has the best equipment. I'm sure he's gotten lessons. He plays all the time and he loves doing it. And he's in South Florida. I mean, you could play here probably 340 days a year.
Yeah.
And he kicks it. But he did say he's getting involved now in sailboat racing. He's sponsored one of the teams, but he did say he's up there where Franny works and where you go all the time. And he supports that. And he got to know Tiger a little bit better and Rory. And the good things he was talking about where he said that he sees the players in a different light. They're a lot looser and they're a little bit more, at ease. But, of course, you're getting closer to them, too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when they're on tour, you're not getting close to them.
Oh, no, yeah.
I don't care who you are.
All you see is their serious, golf.
Yeah. And
Focusness.
even if you're a VIP, you're not getting right on top of them. With this, he said, you could hear them talking to each other. You guys both know this. Anybody who's went to that. And he said that's the appeal. But he said he's a -10 and a handicapper. I did say I got to ask Tom if that's good. You think he'd beat DJ Khaled in 18 holes?
It'd be a good round.
Let's challenge him. I'll back you. And then if you hit a hole-in-one, I'll go, and another one.
Yeah, there you go. He yells out on the course and stuff. There's videos of him, and he does like Gatorade and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. He's a genius. He really is. From where he started to now, my God, 30 years ago, he was handing out postcards and doing like clubs and stuff like that. I mean, I saw a nice piece on him, and so I give him a lot of credit for what he's achieved. And I think he's a good role model for kids, too. Tells everybody to, follow your dreams, work hard, get out there in the morning and make every day count, which I think is good. It is the Penthouse. We make every day count for you guys, and we don't even charge you, which is really nice of us. But we appreciate you always tuning in and listening. And we got a big giveaway coming up at 11:45.
Tickets to NASCAR at the Homestead Miami Speedway, March 21st.
Woohoo! Ooh, doggy!
It's a 4-pack of tickets. And we're doing NASCAR trivia. So if you're going to call in, make sure you know your trivia about NASCAR because they gave us a bunch of questions to ask.
Yeah, I mean, wow, that's pretty deep. I mean, these are going to be tough questions.
I don't know if it's that deep, but if you know NASCAR, you should be able to do okay.
I don't think I'd be able to get it. I don't know NASCAR.
Yeah, exactly. You're not a NASCAR fan.
How about you, Dom? You think you can get it?
I saw some of the questions. They're a little tricky.
Yeah, they really are. Well, hopefully you get the checkered flag and you win these tickets because it's a great prize. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back with a trifecta and your chance to go to the track. Meow.
Real radio is the news junkie.
Though holographic wills are valid in many states across the country, they're not valid in Florida.
Oh, really? Okay. If you would have asked me what a holographic will was, I would be like, it's where I pop out of the document and tell you, hello.
Out of R2D2.
Give this person this, give this person that, tell this person to F off.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Checking out a vehicle, Fire 95 northbound at Atlantic Avenue, blocking 3 left lanes. Stay to the right of that, delays back to Linton. Also looking at a surface road accident, Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard and Sapodilla Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Russo.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
Hey, Sagreek, are you interested in wealth management that's designed to help protect you, maintain and expand your financial portfolio? Trajan Wealth understands the importance of tactic investments and tailored insights for growth in line with your risk tolerance. They have somebody right there at their offices in West Palm Beach who can help you figure out a plan and a strategy. So call them today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. They will definitely come up with something that fits you so you don't have to worry about it. Maybe you're a person who doesn't want to take a lot of risks. Maybe you're a person that says, I like to let it ride. Well, Trajan Wealth can help you, and their offices are in West Palm Beach. It's never too early to start thinking about retirement. Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Offices in West Palm Beach. They can help you with your 401k and plan a strategy for your retirement. It'll be here sooner than later. Call Trajan Wealth today at 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered by Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Your old garage door isn't just ugly, it's also stupid. Door goes up, door goes down. 2 things. Door goes up, door goes down. Your blender has 8 speeds, but your garage door goes up and down. Do you think life would be any better if your garage door could do something more helpful than go up and go down? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern, sophisticated garage doors are virtually silent, wind-resistant, fully insulated, and feature MyQ technology. They work with your smart home so you can check their status, open and close them remotely, or even authorize package or grocery deliveries safely into your garage without having to give out your code. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make the biggest door in your house the smartest door in your house.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
All right, all listen up. It's tax season, and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on your best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Yes, you heard me correctly, another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store and make the most out of your refund. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payments, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
Mo Better Garage. We make it Mo Better.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
I'm Lynn Hoffman, and lucky me, I get to host the Music Saved Me podcast, the podcast that explores the healing and transformative power of music. You can listen to the Music Saved Me podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Car accident? Call Smith Ball Baez and Prather at 500-HELP. Help is just a local phone call away.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One. UConn women's basketball has won its 12th straight conference tournament title, making them the first team in Division I history to win 30 conference tournament titles. Paige Beckers had 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals in the team's 70-50 win over Creighton on Monday night, becoming the first player to win Big East Tournament Most Outstanding Player 3 times. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, Capital One helps you stay connected to top female athletes and earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores with the Capital One Saver Card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure. But your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like iHeart 70s, 80s, and 90s, and classic countdowns from Casey Kasem and Rick Dees.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Precision Garage Door of South Florida. Precision Door, a name you can trust.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Let's get it right. Wednesday in The Penthouse. Don't forget, in a couple minutes, your chance to win tickets to NASCAR down at Miami at 11:45. Some questions about NASCAR, though. You got to know your NASCAR a little bit. But this is a great event, and you'll have a good time. And it's a 4-pack, too. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Franny's getting a manicure. She'll be back in about 15 minutes.
I'll be right back then, too. Bye.
And now it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever gotten a manicure?
Is that on the hands? No.
Okay. So you never got a pedicure either. That's on your toes.
Yeah, I've gotten the pedicure then before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it came with like a massage thing.
Oh, wow. I would have bet the other way.
No, it was like a foot massage thing that I got.
Oh,
like
yeah?
Groupon, like gift.
Oh,
and then
you went?
Yeah, I won it. And I was like, let me just see how this goes. And I did the foot massage, and they were like, oh, it comes with this little thing after as a pedicure.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon. Oh, wait a minute. Cleveland Cavaliers won last night. That's 15 in a row. The Cavs have won. They also had a winning streak of 14 in a row one time. So they are playing great ball. Still, Boston thinks they'll be in the NBA Finals. Cleveland's going to be home. They have the best record in basketball, and they will be home in the Eastern Conference Finals if it goes as people think. We'll see what happens, but the Cavs are having a great season. Hats off to the Cavs. I think they're having a very, very good year, and they got a good offense and good defense. Can they beat Boston? It's going to be tough, but that's the way it should be. Teams 1 and 2 meet in the Eastern Conference Finals. Over in the West, you got Oklahoma. They're playing tonight the Celtics, and I do like them to beat the Celtics tonight. I think the young kids jack up tonight.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
They're playing the Cavs tonight.
Oh, Cavs, excuse me. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be very good. And these teams that are, top of the echelon, they get up for each other. So we'll see what happens. I thought they were playing the Celtics, but they're playing the Cavs tonight. Still might go with Oklahoma City. Joey Bosa signed a contract yesterday with the Buffalo Bills. The Bills need help on defense, especially rushing the quarterback, because next January, you don't even have to watch the NFL. It's going to be the Bills in the playoffs, and they'll be playing the Ravens or the Chiefs again, and they'll need to put pressure. So hats off to Joey. He signed with them $12 million, $3 million in incentives. I think that's a good deal. He was an All-Pro 5 years, but the last couple years he's been a little bit jacked up and hurt. He's had some nagging injuries. The Chargers decided to let him go. I don't know if I would have did that if that was the Chargers, maybe go to him and renegotiate his deal, but I guess he didn't want to hear that, so he's ended up going over there. Formula One racing starts this weekend in Australia, and it'll be in Miami before you know it, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down at the Hard Rock.
That'll be big.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be huge. Also, the Miami Open is going to be later this month. That's going to be down at the Hard Rock, too.
Liv is coming to Miami first week of April also.
The nightclub?
No, Liv, like the golf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I did hear about that. That'll be huge, too.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. A lot going on down in Miami. Obviously, the stadium is a great place for all these events. They've done a great job, turning the tennis tournament. They brought that up from South and down in Miami to up here. People love that. And I highly recommend that if you haven't been there, because there's a lot to do, not just the tennis matches. They got cool stuff all over the place. A good place to people watch, and maybe you got somebody to pay your rent. But Formula One, you got some ballers down there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, forget it. And if you want tickets, try to get tickets through somebody, because on secondhand market, they are very, very expensive.
More than Taylor Swift.
They're a lot.
Yeah.
The only thing that they were talking about, and I guess based on the schedule they couldn't do, is moving it because of the heat. That's the one.
Tonight?
Yeah. I did talk to somebody who was involved in that, and he told me that was in the works last year. Didn't happen. That's the one complaint I hear from people. It's too hot.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's all surrounded by houses, so I'm sure those people don't want to hear Formula One cars at night, all night long.
Yeah, and I guess you could be right, but I don't think they really care, because money talks. And if they're making
all those neighborhoods around it hate the Formula One coming there.
Oh, I'm sure they don't like when the Dolphin games are at night. I get it, but I'm just saying it's money at the end of the day.
Yep.
And if the city can make a ton and the state, whatever they whack it up, I don't know.
I think it's like a noise ordinance thing.
It might be. I mean, maybe the same thing with concerts. But yeah, that's the one complaint I've heard from people, the heat.
Oh, I bet.
And it's May 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So you would think maybe they would try to push it up a little earlier, but maybe they can't with the schedule. I know they're in Australia. They do Monte Carlo, which I'm sure is beautiful. I would love to go see that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be cool. But yeah, maybe me and Halle Berry can get over there one weekend. Be nice. She's feeding me grapes, sitting on my lap. And that is your Greek trifecta, sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Again, you guys can call us or text us on things that maybe a woman would say to you that you might be like, that's a little rude. But if your guy friends or a male said it to you, you'd be like, okay, I get that.
So we were having some fun. I was a little bit outside, and you'll be able to see the video in a bit. And I think hopefully we'll have G-Man and maybe Dom out there too. But the Renaissance Festival is going on.
Oh, he said he wants to get a manicure.
Renfest is going on. And we have Rob and Casey in, and they're known as the Kamikaze Fireflies. So they travel all over the world, and right now they're with Renfest. Between the two of them, they have 4 Guinness World Records.
Whoa.
Right? Yep.
Wow.
They were both featured in the 2020 Guinness Book of World Records. I want to say I saw her, and I do see that America's Got Talent.
Yeah, they were on that.
Yeah, right? I remember Casey, and I think it's for the most hula hoops on fire or something like that. That's one of her records. But they do everything. Juggling, hula hoops, German wheel, whip cracking, all kinds of stuff. So I try to take Casey on with hula hooping. And I will say my hula hooping skills were pretty good. We did not light the hula hoop on fire like she did.
Oh, she did?
And then not only was she doing that, so when she hula hoops, we were tossing marshmallows at her so she catches them in her mouth.
While the hula hoop's going around?
While the hula hoop on fire is going around. So I attempted it with just hula hooping and try to catch marshmallows. I failed. Yes, I failed drastically. But you'll be able to see it. We'll put up a video. It was fun.
All right, let's back up a little. This girl can do a hula hoop on fire and catch a marshmallow in her mouth.
Yes.
Did you see G-Man brought out his money when he said that? He's like, whoa.
Oh, boy.
That was impressive.
Yes, she can. Yeah, they're
in
great.
Boca, you know how much you have to pay for that?
She's wearing a skirt too, G-Man. There you go.
They're great.
I didn't see her.
So they're hanging out outside. Probably Mo and Sally are going to go next, and then hopefully G-Man and Tom if we have time. And we're just doing videos. Every year somebody stops by here to promote the Renfest. It's fun.
Very talented.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So you have to do something that they do.
No, it was just kind of my idea to see who's better at it. And then I decided, I better stick to my day job because she crushed it.
And what does the guy do? There's a guy with her?
So Rob was juggling. He juggled on fire too. His Louboutin thingies, yes.
Wow, and who juggled against them? Jason
that I do mornings with on the
How
Gator.
did he do?
He was juggling the pool balls, instead, because he didn't want to juggle the things on fire.
Who would?
I know. He did okay. He did, he talked a bigger game than what he did. He was very upset at himself that his juggling skills weren't as good as he thought they were going to be.
He plays saxophone, though.
It's true. He dropped a few balls.
I mean, I'm impressed with that.
Yeah, but it was fun.
He's expensive, though, for a party. I tried to get him hired for a pool party down in Boca. Somebody's looking for a sax guy. He gave me a price. I'm like, dude, what are you, a hooker? Like, the amount of money he wanted. I'm like, whoa. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday.
Bing, 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 bing.
Get it right, people. Come on. If you can't get the day right, you better go back to bed.
Trying to find these NASCAR questions because we got a big giveaway coming up soon.
We got a giveaway in about a minute. Your chance to win tickets to Miami down in South Beach. You'll love it. Well, it's not South Beach. It's Miami Homestead. And it's a great. I went to it once years ago. I got to tell you, I was very, very intrigued. It was different. Never went back because it's far.
And as Dom mentioned, listen, because we're doing, and this is how we're giving this away. It is trivia. It's NASCAR trivia. So if you're like, I suck at trivia, but you really want to go or you don't know much about it, you can always go to realradio921.com and go on the contest page. We have a bunch of goodies up there, including your opportunity to go to what they call NASCAR racing. It's in Paradise, March 21st to the 23rd. I know these tickets are for Saturday, the 21st, I believe, right? It's Saturday the 21st, Tom?
Yep.
And it's a 4-pack of tickets. That's week. What we're going to be giving away now is a 4-pack to Saturday's race. And we do have some trivia here. I got the questions. I got the answers. I think it's just like a one and done kind of thing, right?
Just have to get one.
That's it. That's it.
All right. Since it's such a big surprise and big giveaway, we're going to do it now. We're going to do it about 10 seconds early.
And man, these are kind of tricky because a lot of them are about their homestead.
Yeah.
Their specific homestead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we will. Yeah. You got to know your homestead racing, your homestead Miami Speedway trivia, because now that I'm looking at all these, they all have to do with Miami Homestead.
Yeah, not multiple choice, too. I don't think you have to just know the answer.
Yeah,
Dun,
that's
dun,
all I
dun.
got. I got a question and an answer. And I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be mean. This is what was given to me.
That's right. We didn't do
I
it.
know nothing here, yes.
Because we would give you things like if it does a car have four wheels. Call us right now, 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Phone lines are blowing up, but this is a big prize. They blow up every day with you guys. We appreciate it. Trying to win a prize, a gift card, maybe tickets, Panthers, whatever, restaurants, gift cards. But this is a big one. This is. And it's a 4-pack, too. So you don't have 3 friends. It's not good. So make sure you guys look at it. What is the day that we're giving away? Is it the 21st? Are you sure?
Yes.
Let me.
Because the 21st is a Friday.
Then it's not. Then it's the 22nd.
Yeah, then it's 27.
Yeah. Yep. It's a 22nd because it's a Saturday.
You fit well in the show.
There we go.
It is the 22nd. It's a Saturday. A 4-pack of tickets.
There it is. All right, Dom, you ready? Who do we got?
We have Dave on the phone first.
Dave, what's happening, Dave?
How's it going, Greek?
It's going good. Are you a big fan of NASCAR?
Yes, I am. I used to be a lot bigger. I've been out of it for a little bit, so hopefully I'll hang on this trivia all right.
All right, let me ask you. Freddie's got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
And she said they're a little bit tough, so you're going to have to sharpen your pencil and put a marshmallow in your ear. Get ready.
Wow. All right, Dave. Now, listen, I'm not very familiar. I will be honest with NASCAR, but I'm thinking out of these 10 questions I have in front of me, I'm going to give you one of the easier ones, I'm hoping. So,
okay.
If you pay attention to NASCAR, hopefully you'll get this 4-pack of tickets to March 22nd, Homestead Miami Speedway. All right, this is going to be your question. Who won the Homestead Speedway NASCAR Cup Series last year in 2024?
10 seconds.
Ooh, that's actually a tougher one, but I'm going to say Denny Hamlin.
Unfortunately, that is not the right answer. I'm sorry. I thought because it was last year, you might get it. Sorry about that, Dave.
And again,
all right.
Appreciate it, Dave. Thanks for listening. When you get this question asked to you, you only get 10 seconds. Can't have you looking it up.
Of course.
Who do you got next, Dominic?
Next up, we have is Fred.
Hello, Fred. What's up, Fred?
Hey, Greek. Things are great.
Wow, that's awesome, Fred. Love the attitude, and I hope you win. Are you a big fan of NASCAR or Real Radio? What are you a bigger fan of?
Bigger fan of Real Radio, I have to admit, but I would certainly love to go to the NASCAR. I went one time years and years ago, down when it was in Miami, not out at the motor park there, and it was fantastic.
All right. Well, Franny's going to tee up a question. You have 10 seconds after she asks you, and hopefully you win, Fred.
All right, Fred.
We'll give her a try.
All right, let's hopefully this is the easy one for you. How long is the oval track at Homestead Miami Speedway?
The oval track.
The oval track.
Oh, I know that. And I can't remember.
Just throw something out.
Throw something out. You're up. 10 seconds is up.
5 miles.
That is incorrect.
All right.
All right.
1.8 or something, isn't it, too?
It's not, no.
Well, Fred, thanks for listening. And I love that name because one of my favorite restaurants in New York was called Fred's on top of Barney's for years. And I used to always bring my girlfriend there. And when we would meet, we'd always say, "Hi, Fred." I'd be like, "Hi, Fred."
What's up, Fred?
What's up, Fred?
All right. Sorry, Fred. We're going to be giving away tickets tomorrow, too, and the next day. So
yeah.
It's a great name.
Thank you. Who do you got, Dom?
Next up, we have is Rick.
What is up, Rick?
Hello, everyone. How's everybody in the studio today?
We are fantastic. Rick, you spelling that with one R, buddy?
Yes.
All right.
All right, Ricky, let's do this.
Questions. These are tough questions, guys.
Listen, I know this is what they gave me. This came from NASCAR. So this is what they gave us, a 4-pack of tickets. I mean, this is a pretty big prize. So I'm hoping we can get one of them right because we're going to be giving away these tickets for the rest of the week, and I'm running out of questions.
We might have to change up.
Well,
tomorrow.
that's why I'm not giving the answers either because I can reuse them.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, this is going to be your question. As I mentioned, I don't know anything about NASCAR, so I'm hoping that you will get this right. I do have the answers in front of me. So let's see. What was Homestead Miami Speedway's original name?
Oh, my God. I know I have 10 seconds, and I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, God.
Sorry, that's it.
I can't remember.
All right.
I can't remember it.
You just try to guess.
All right, hold
It's
that
all right.
question. Don't answer it.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. Yep, I'm not going to give any answers to these questions, so we can reuse them. And if you're smart and you're listening, just look up Homestead Miami Speedway history because these are all about Homestead Miami. Who do we have next?
Next up, we have is Brad.
No, I have 10 seconds.
Oh.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going good, Brad. How about you?
Pretty good. On lunch break.
All right. Well, let's make this a good lunch. Maybe you win tickets and you'll have a great time and you'll be able to look forward to dinner. Go ahead, Franny.
Okay. I hope you get this right. Talking about distance, we're going to be talking about another course. It says, how long is the road course track at Homestead Miami Speedway?
2 miles.
We're going to go through all these questions.
I know that's not right, and I will. Oh, you're so close, so close.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
See, if we were doing it, we would ask you, like, when you win, what color is the flag
I
that you
know.
get?
Listen, yeah, no excuses. This is what management gave us. All right, who do we have next?
Next up, we have is Aaron.
Oh, my God. Aaron, what's happening, Aaron?
What's happening, guys?
We're doing good, Aaron. Are you a big racing fan?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, you're going to be put to the test. Franny's got some questions, and they are very difficult so far.
Yeah, they are. Hopefully, you know your stuff. All right. What track was Homestead Miami Speedway originally modeled after?
Oh. Ooh. I'm going to have to say I have no idea on that one.
Do you want to just throw a track out there? Just throw one out?
That's it.
I don't even know.
All right.
All right. We appreciate it.
We're going to hold on to these tickets forever.
Well, management told us what to do.
I know.
And
I
you
feel
know how
bad.
smart management is.
I feel bad. All right. I'm going to have to start going through, like, rotating or start going through the ones I already used. But I have a few left. All right.
Okay. Who's up next?
Next up, we have is Tony.
Tony. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Penthouse?
Yeah, Tony, you sound jacked up, baby. You're the man. You're going to win. We got faith in you.
That's right.
Let's go.
All right, Tony. I'm just going through the line here. Let's see. This is, I'm going to say it's a layup, but it's probably not. What time does the 2025 Homestead Miami Speedway NASCAR Cup Series race start?
3 p.m.?
We got a winner.
Yeah, wait a minute. Tony. Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah, there was a song called that. Wasn't there a song, Tony?
There's a band, Tony. It was a group.
You got some popcorn lace for Vegas this week. I was hoping I was going to get some tickets out of this.
I love it, and you did, so congratulations.
Way to be, Tony. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy the race. Have a good time, and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, hang tight so Dom can get your information, okay, Tony?
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Great job. Way to be.
Oh, that gave me anxiety. I was feeling bad.
Why would you feel bad?
Well, because the questions, to me, I don't know if they're hard or not because I'm not really a fan. I do have a lot of people on the text line who were getting correct answers, though.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you should call in. Look at you. You know what's going on.
How do you know they didn't look them up? You never know. I mean, it's tough when you're on the spot on the radio, 10 seconds.
It really is.
It's hard.
The pressure, yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Anytime you got a clock ticking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Great job by Francis, and obviously great job by Dominic answering the phones and putting everybody together. We're going to have these the next couple of days.
Yeah, and listen, the questions that I asked, I did not give the answers to, but if you can remember them, do yourself a favor, study a little bit because those are the only ones they gave us. So we're going to repeat tomorrow and I believe on Friday, right?
And next week too.
Yeah, 4-pack of tickets. Hopefully we'll have more questions because next week we're going to be giving away tickets for Sunday's race. Yep.
So, again, do a little homework. Maybe you guys can polish up on your racing trivia.
We might need some more
Miami.
questions.
Okay, yeah, we might need to get some more questions, but
Or we'll
I do,
make 'em up.
yeah, because I mean, we still have 9 because I can repeat, right? And I think there was a couple I did not say, but they looked really difficult. But maybe to somebody who's very familiar, they're not. Easy breezy.
Or maybe we'll come up with something like how many peas in Peter Pan? I don't know. We'll figure it out. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good day and sticking with us for another couple hours. It's halftime for us, so it's time for us to get a tangerine, and maybe a lap dance. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Woo!
Download the app and then take us anywhere. Except maybe there. Get it from your app store. Search for iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted Cole!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Forsling beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov in front right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Major road work could slow you down. North Lake Boulevard just east of US 1. That left turn lane is blocked. Expressways look good. No major delays if you're traveling the Turnpike or 95. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? Whether you're a local shop or global enterprise, Bank of America gives you access to a range of business solutions to help make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business.
Got a classic hot rod or resto mod? GimmeTheVin.com wants it. Just go to gmtvcc.com. Get an offer in minutes. GimmeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better with their big cash giveaway. Gimme the Vin is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. There are 2 ways to win. Get 250 chances to win with your mail-in entry, or 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. That's with GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This spring, speed returns to South Florida. NASCAR weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Go get it done. Green, green, green.
Where high octane meets the high banks.
Down.
And gear up for spring break in the fast lane. 3 races, 3 days, one unforgettable weekend in racing paradise. NASCAR weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. March 21st through the 23rd. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Alini Water Filtration System. Call them today, 954-646-7402. I didn't think it'd make a difference in my life, but it does. Jump in the shower, and I come out feeling like a perfect 10. Walk over to my faucet, get some water, and I'm happy. Because you know what? I'm saving money, and it's good for my health. It's simple, it's safe, and it's clean, and it's no hassle. Call them today, 954-646-7402. Alini Water Filtration System. It'll make a difference in your life, and it makes a difference in my life. Soon as I get out of bed, I feel like a winner. Peace.
Business owners, had enough of this yet? Are you just done and ready to retire? Is money tight? Or maybe business is at an all-time high. You have options. Don't just walk away. We can help you sell, retire, and just relax no matter what your situation is. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for over 40 years. And with offices located around the world, we have thousands of buyers ready to buy your business now. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. We will help you win. And in the current climate, you need help to sell your business. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The iHeart Podcast Award goes to...
Our 2025 iHeart Podcast Award winners have been announced.
Discover the must-listen podcasts that are setting trends and shaping culture, including 2025 Podcast of the Year winner, Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
That's why we do it, is to keep you guys laughing and hopefully inform you with our half-informed takes.
Comedy, crime, news, science, tech, and much more.
Listen to all of the winners now when you search Podcast Awards on the free iHeart app.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days. Back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
This tax season, Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Head to your nearest Boost Mobile store today. Requires upfront payment, taxes, and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeart radio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. We hope you're having a good midweek and enjoying Real Radio 921 because we enjoy performing for you every day. Dominic's in the house. Hi.
It's very high.
Very high. Hi. Somebody in there grabbing something on you? Maybe your tail?
Somebody underneath the desk that we don't know. What's going on?
Did we bother you?
Oh. That's why he doesn't have a camera on.
Francis is here.
Hi.
And Dominic's here. We do have that bet going on about a new employee if you want to bet on.
What's the over-under?
I'm going to say, because I want to be nice. Because sometimes when I put these out, people get offended.
Yeah, I get it. It's not very nice.
What would HR think of this?
I'm not playing along.
Franny doesn't play. I'm going to say July 1st.
I was going to say December 1st, but okay.
That's long.
I know, but
it could happen either way. He can get blown out or get fired, or he could.
I like how you mentioned the sex
or
now.
He could quit.
I mean, I legit hope they're not listening because.
Yeah. Now you mentioned the sex of the person.
It doesn't mean anything.
Terrible. But what's new? He put an over-under on my marriage, so, such a nice guy. You guys want to do some fun facts?
Woo! Here we go. No, stop.
All right.
My God.
We're moving on from you.
Yes. All right, well, today is March 12th, which means it is National Alfred Hitchcock Day. National Milky Way Day. You like a Milky Way? Yeah? No?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah? How about you? You like a Milky Way?
No, I'm not a big chocolate person.
Ooh, you know what? I like dark chocolate. That's about it. Milky Way. I'm not crazy about the nougat.
That's good if we ever get stranded on the desert island.
You're more of a
it's all yours.
You're more of a fruity candy kind of guy.
Oh, I figured that.
Yep.
It's
I say it with those good and plenty boxes.
National Working Moms Day. It is National Plant a Flower Day. And it is Girl Scout Day, so I have a few unique fun facts about the Girl Scouts. The first Girl Scout cookie sale was in a high school kitchen. In 1917, the Mistletoe Troop in Oklahoma baked and sold cookies in their high school cafeteria to fund troop activities. They say that small idea turned into this massive cookie empire that we know of today.
It's amazing.
Uh-huh. They said while Thin Mints have stood the test of time, past flavors include Vanchos, never heard of those, vanilla and chocolate sandwich cookies, and Juliet's, named after the founder, Juliet Gordon Low. They said Girl Scouts once had a secret handshake. They should keep it. Why don't they have it anymore?
I think they still do.
Secret handshake is cool.
I saw the girls doing it.
They say
Which one is that, G-Man?
in the early days, Girl Scouts greeted each other with a special handshake using their left hand while making the Girl Scout sign with their right hand, symbolizing trust and friendship.
Do you have a hard time when girls come up to you and they sell the Girl Scout? I do. Like when they're with their mom and everything. And because I'm not a big fan of them. I mean, I'll buy some, but I feel bad like Publix. You know where they're always at? Hooters.
Yep, Duffy's now.
Yeah.
They're smart dispensaries.
Are they?
Yeah.
I've seen them outside dispensaries.
Yeah, you got to go where people are.
Yeah.
Well, people have munchies coming out.
Exactly. They know they're going to at least eventually. No, because we get them from them. It's very nice. I don't eat that stuff or try not to. So I'll bring like a box or two home to my husband. But after that, at any time, if I do see them, because they're always at the Publix I go to, not every time, but I will like give them like $5.
Oh, that's
nice. It's all about that. I don't.
And not even take the cookies?
No cookies.
Wow,
just
you're
cash
such
for
a nice person.
They said there was a Girl Scout aviation badge. Decades before Amelia Earhart made history, the Girl Scouts were already encouraging young girls to explore aviation. Today, they offer STEM, STM-related badges, including robotics and cybersecurity.
That's cool.
Yeah, right? These girls are getting it. Girl Scouts helped in World War II. During World War II, Girl Scouts collected scrap metal, grew victory gardens, and sold war bonds. They even used their cookie baking skills to help with food conservation efforts. Ooh, I bet this sounds delicious. How come we don't bring this back? They once had their own cereal. In the 1990s, Girl Scout cereals was briefly sold, featuring Thin Mint and Caramel Crunch flavors. Yeah, right? Let's see, just a few more here. Famous former Girl Scouts. Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, wow.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Hillary Clinton.
I bet she was singing her songs.
Venus Williams. And Lucille Ball were all Girl Scouts.
Wow.
Right? And then let's see. Finally here, the cookie empire is bigger than you think. If the Girl Scout cookie program were a company, it would be one of the largest businesses in the world based on revenue, selling 200 million plus boxes every single year. And there you go. For your Girl Scout fun facts.
Great job, Francis. We do it once a show, fun facts about different things, and that was about Girl Scouts. There was a survey done by in the New York Post, 2,000 people, and a little bit with the younger, obviously the younger generation is different than a lot of people's thoughts today, but they said almost 25% of people say they feel burnt out at their job by age 30, which is really not that long when you think you might start working full-time like 22 after college or 20s around. But age 30, normally it's they said the normal thing's about 42. Dom, do you feel burnt out at your job? You're about this age.
Oh, is my mic on? Sorry.
Yeah, we heard that.
Okay.
You feel burnt out?
I think that's a yes.
Really?
That's,
do you feel burnt out? Even since joining the Penthouse, when you got like a big energy thing.
Well, that's like that's more job for him to do. He does other things.
Yeah, but he's happier and he's fun. You know what I mean? He's exciting.
He's happier.
Yeah, working with legends.
Like you're speaking for him.
Working with legends, yes. The legend of Franny.
Yeah.
I mean, not the.
It's fine. Brittany's a legend, no doubt about it. I think she's a star. But I'm just saying, do you feel burnt out, or just that you're a lazy bitch? Two different things.
Oh my goodness.
And you like to yawn at 9:30 in the morning. What do you feel? Come on. You're generation.
Is this my therapist right now talking to me? Or
no, it's just a topic we're bringing up. Do you feel burnt out at times?
Yeah.
You do? Okay. All right. Let us know. 877-927-6969. 30 is young, I think, to be feeling burnt out at a job. Now, everybody has a different life, different jobs. We're blessed that we like what we do. Most people don't like their jobs. They just don't. They wake up in the morning, they're like, this sucks. We're very fortunate. And obviously, it's one of those things. But you got to do it because you got to pay your bills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. I have a lot of friends, and I can't think of many of my friends who are happy at their job. I really can't. But, it's their job. We have a family. You have no choice. You got to work. You got to support your kids, your family, and provide. And there's a lot of people who are not happy in their relationships. You can't be unhappy at both. If you're unhappy in your relationship and you're unhappy in your job, it's not a good thing. So let us know about that. If you think, I thought the number was very young for 30 years old. I could see like mid 40s, 50. My dad always told me there's a time in your life you're going to wake up one day. He told me this when I was a kid. And you'll touch down, you wake up in the morning, your toes will touch the ground. You'll say, this is my life. And that's it. He goes, and you'll recognize that this is what it is. Whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. You will.
I mean, to an extent, whatever, but I hope that doesn't happen where you're just complacent. You're like, this is it.
Yeah, I feel like.
No, strive for more, strive for better, strive for retirement, strive for whatever.
I feel like that happened more a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, just deal with what you got. Where nowadays people are like, all right, nope, I'm going to go make a change. I'm going to leave this and go do this instead.
I'm with you. I don't want that to ever be like, I guess this is it.
I don't, some people are like, oh, you should be with the same company for 40 years or whatever,
That's gone. I mean, that changes a lot. I mean, again, it was looked upon years ago on a resume. If you moved around a lot, it's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now that's what happens a lot. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if you, as I said, more people, what they call dog tired more than ever. Peak burnout. So you claim 40, but they said the average, or 30. They said 25% of Americans experience burnout before age 30, but the average that for peak burnout is my age, is 42 years old.
Do you feel burnt out?
Do you know? According to a survey, the average American experiences peak burnout at 42 years old, but younger adults are already feeling it, is what they're claiming. While G-Man mentioned a quarter of them start experiencing it before 30.
G-Man, do you feel burnt out?
Never. Nope.
Yeah, but he's got a nice cush life.
He's a nice Energizer bunny over there.
He's just like, does this. He goes around and does a little networking, pedicure dinner, goes out with girls. Yeah. He's
New York Prime.
Yeah, he's cush.
And then Hard Rock.
He's cush.
My life is very difficult. I just make it look easy.
It is not. The worst things that happened to you were the nails in your tire, and that hasn't even happened in a while. So you've been doing okay.
That was difficult. Oh, that was dramatic.
No, he's just been losing bets lately.
That never bothers me. You're going to win, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Just like women. I mean, I think everything is in your mind. I think social media has a lot to do with our society. I think depression's up more than ever.
Yeah.
People are on medication more than ever.
Well, when they're talking about it's not necessarily all work that causes the burnout, right? But they do say classic stressors, managing your career advancement, raising kids, caring for aging parents. So it's not all it has to do about your job, but they do, yes. Financial concerns, number one stressor that causes people to feel burnout. But this is interesting, followed by politics. Listen, I know a lot of people do. I don't let that bother me. Work-related pressures, physical health concerns, and then relationships. So it's weird that politics is even before work. According to this poll that was done, they said for young people, mental health was high on the list. So unfortunately, the trend isn't expected to change. They said about 33% of Americans are expecting to brace themselves for what they anticipate will be the most stressful year yet. They think this year is going to be the most stressful year yet. Sad.
Yeah, it is. I mean, everybody handles stress differently. Handling, parents that get old and are sick are tough. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I got to say, when I left my mom, it was difficult for me.
I'm sure.
I was really hard because I really felt like I let her down by leaving.
You can't think that way. But
I know, but that's just the way I felt because she's in a tough spot right now, and to see her in a spot like that, it's never a good thing.
No, not at all.
But it's also when you see somebody your whole life at one way, and then they're in a wheelchair, you're like, wow, it hits you.
Yep.
But I think all of it is your mindset, what it is for you, and how you feel. But I think the stress level, because what you deem to be stress and I deem to be stress, or Francis, is three different things, obviously. And anybody who's listening is different. But I think stress can get to you. And sometimes you got to also realize, you can do what you can do. I mean, and that's it. You don't want to get so stressed that you get sick. You know what I mean? Or it bothers you and hurts you in such a way that it's taken away from your quality of life. So that's not a good thing to do. If you have an opinion on this, call us at 877-927-6969. Franny, thank you for saying I have a cush life. We appreciate it. And a lot of times people think people have the lies, but you know what? They got a lot of problems. You might not realize it. You know what I mean? You never know. I'm just saying. Got conference tournaments this week. I mean, there's pressure. You want to talk about pressure, you got to pick winners.
So stressful. Speaking of pressure, I'm sure these people are just feeling a ton of it, and their families. Those two astronauts that have Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, they call her Sunny. They have been at the ISS for a very, very, very long time.
Now, if you're them, don't you call up every day? Like, I would call them up every day bitching. I'd be like, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah.
Get me down.
So, yeah, they've been on the ISS since their Boeing Starliner spacecraft suffered some issues and was deemed unsafe for them to return to Earth. And that was about 8 months ago. I think they were only supposed to be there for 8 days. Yeah, so of course they were doing it because they wanted them to come home safe, but were there not other options in these 8 months to get them back? But they are saying that they will be home. Well, let's just say they are scheduled to be home this weekend. There's a SpaceX mission is scheduled to launch from the Kennedy Space Center this evening. It's carrying 4-member team to the ISS where they will relieve Butch and Sunny or Suni, whatever, Williams. Yes. So let's hope this happens. They said the ship is expected to dock early tomorrow, then return on March 16th for a splashdown off the coast of Florida. So I think that's going to be something everybody's looking forward to seeing.
Of course.
Yep.
So if I heard you correctly, there's going to be a team of 4 that's going to switch with them?
So
I'd be like, I'm not going. You've been up there a year and a half.
People go up there all the time.
But they don't come down. I mean, this is
crazy. No, they're the only ones. There are people who have stayed. If you've looked, and I did the thing at the Kravis Center, which is so cool, the Infinite. If you look, there are people who've stayed there for hundreds of days, but on their own accord. They knew that mission. They knew that's what they were getting into.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I hope they get down. I really do, for their families, for their sake. They must be going crazy. I'd be blowing them up every day. I'd be like, bro, you kidding me? Get my ass down. Call the president. I don't care who you got to call. Get somebody. I mean, man, imagine that you're stuck up there.
Call Elon.
Call
well, and that's what it looks like.
Call Taylor Swift. Call Mahomes. Call somebody. Call Stephen A. Smith.
Bezos, he has his own space thing.
Yeah,
it's like one of these guys could get them.
Yeah.
Well, SpaceX is Elon, right? So it is SpaceX that's getting him. That is getting them.
But it's funny that NASA couldn't do anything either for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It really is. And it's sad, too.
That the private industry has to save them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is sad that they're up there this long away from the quality of life. And I hope they get compensated.
Oh, yeah.
I would hope, huge.
Well, because Boeing, right? That is NASA. The Boeing Starliner that went up, I think Boeing is contracted by NASA. So that is one of theirs, and that's the one that they couldn't take back down that they took up. So, yeah, they're doing a SpaceX cruise.
So next time, if you're listening and you think your life sucks or your job sucks, think about these two astronauts. I mean, really. I mean, that's brutal.
I agree.
I mean, people get stuck in an elevator 3 minutes, they flip out. I mean, could you imagine being up in space and you're like thinking every day, like, what's going on? And what have they been saying to them? We're working on it.
Well, there's other
working
people
on it.
Yeah, and yes, that, believe me, I can't even imagine. But there are other people up there, too. So they're not alone. So, of course, every time you see them on interviews and stuff, they're like, we're great.
Oh, what do you think
they're like crying?
They're going to be like, oh, my God,
everything's
it's awesome.
fine. We're great.
Do they have cable?
Can
they get Uber Eats?
Who won the Super Bowl? Ask them.
Yeah.
They probably know.
Yeah, they probably know who won the Super Bowl. 877-927-6969. Again, you can ask us anything or text us anything about the show, but today on topic is if a man says something to you, if you're a man, are you cool with it? But if a woman says it, do you feel like it's rude?
47142 got a bunch of text messages. It says, who had the best name of a NASCAR driver? Anybody? Guess?
AJ Floyd?
Nope. Dick Trickle. I guess that's the guy's name.
That's their opinion?
I guess so.
Okay.
It says, Greek, no, a car does not have 4 wheels. There's 4 wheels with tires. I did not include a spare and a steering wheel. That equates to 5. So somebody's calling you out. Let's see. Let Greek know that he's thinking of the song Feels Good. But yeah, he was thinking about the band Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if you got
they did a bunch of songs. Great, I guess trio, right? Do you think NASCAR, let's see. Do you think NASCAR drivers have trouble making right turns in their personal vehicles?
Maybe.
I feel if someone is feeling burnt out, because we're talking about people start feeling 30, but the peak age, they say, is 42. Says, I feel if someone is feeling burnt out at their job, that means that they are either not doing something they enjoy or they aren't making time off to take a break when needed. And that's from our girl, Sarah. We got a little Tony in the background. Let's say Greek is right about the old days when people used to go from job to job unless you have an outstanding resume and references. And then the way Boeing vehicles were coming apart, would you flip that coin to ride something of Boeing back to Earth? Probably not. You're right. So you can always participate. 47142. Started off with Real Radio.
Ooh, good job there, Tom, with the Tony. Yeah, we always appreciate you guys getting involved in any capacity.
So I think it is Tony. Every September 16th, I wake up my husband with, it's my anniversary. Do you know that? Look it up. So I think I think it's Tony.
You might be right.
So I'm like, Alexa. Yep, this is it. I'm like, Alexa, play. It's my anniversary by Tony.
Oh,
yep.
yeah, this is
and then I
nice.
crank it up and I wake him up.
I think that's nice.
I know, it's cute. He knows. This is what I do every anniversary.
That's nice.
Anniversary.
One of my buddies the other night forgot his wedding anniversary. We were out. And
did he like hop up? Oh, God.
I just don't understand how you forget that day. Like, man, that's it. Like, that's brutal. Not to even not get a gift, just forgot the whole day. And it happens more times, I think, with men than women.
I think that's why I do this, so he can't forget. 'Cause I was like, I'm going to wake it up. I'm like, Alexa, volume 12, which is very loud in the house. Play this song. So then he knows.
I'd be playing it all week. So he gets you something. You're like, all right, let's go.
He's very good about it. He doesn't forget.
No, I wouldn't think he would, but I'm shocked. And not one of my friends, a few of them, guys I know, like they forget. Like, how do you forget your wedding day? I mean, it's like, I don't know. I don't think you would forget. But it happens. I mean, you hear a lot of people say, like, they forgot. Oh, I'm going to dog out.
I know. I was trying to get him to make it May 9th because that was my first wedding's anniversary and his first wedding. He was.
So you want to get married the same day?
So, no, I was kidding because he was married. I was married, my first marriage, May 9th, 2008. He was married May 9th, 2009. So I was like, why don't we just get married May 9th? Because we would forget. It was like, we just remember. But no, I was kidding. Obviously, that's a terrible idea.
I always forget that he was married.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think you got to remember your anniversary. I mean, that's just something you should do. It's a big day. You're getting married. You want to spend the rest of your life with somebody. You should go in with a good frame of mind. But you forget your wedding, man. That's not good. It really isn't. But again, people do it every day. So who the hell am I? 877-927-6969. Call us up if you forgot your wedding anniversary and if you got that late that night.
47142.
Maybe by someone else.
47142. Started off with Real Radio. Says with the astronauts in space, they had an opportunity of a lifetime. Yes, they're away from their family, which is sad. But the alternative was death. It's like being trapped in Disney World, but it's open. And you get to participate with all the attractions. Yes, they will be compensated, but if they are real astronauts, this was a lottery ticket that paid out higher than advertised, according to this texter.
Yeah, they could stick that lottery ticket. I mean, if you tell me I'm doing something, could you imagine you were stuck at iHeart? You don't.
It's a little different. Little different.
I'd rather be stuck at iHeart than up in space.
All right, Franny, say there was a hurricane. You had to be here for a week straight. How would you feel?
That's my only option because I can't go anywhere else?
Yeah,
it would suck. Yeah, it would suck.
Yeah.
But
you're
going up there for a cool mission.
Now they change it from a week to 8 months that you're stuck here.
No, that's terrible. Yes, that would be horrible.
I would rather be stuck here than be up in space. I really would.
I don't know. Maybe space.
You're not stuck
that
with
sounds
me.
more interesting.
You're not stuck with me. Okay, so take that out of the
equation. And then you get to see different people because different people are flying up. You get to meet new people who are coming hanging out at the ISS. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, take the ISS.
I would not be happy. I would be like, I'm out. I got to see it. I'd rather be stuck here than up in space.
You'd be like, all right, I'm out. Wait, where do I leave?
I mean, at least you're, you know what, you're around people. You know what's going on in the world.
What do you think? They have no idea what's happening in the world?
Yeah, but they're up in space.
This is NASA, yes, but they have communication. I bet you they can watch things that's going on in the world.
Do they have cable?
Oh, my goodness.
Can they bet?
Do you know
satellite,
how many satellites are around them? They are closer to satellites than we are.
Yeah.
It's just an opinion. I would rather be stuck here.
It's not a good one. Well, I'm saying your opinion is fine, but I'm saying you don't know what they have up there to keep them entertained.
I would feel very like, you know what? The end is near. I'm stuck here.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm never getting out.
Is the Hard Rock app up there? I bet.
It's not in Florida, so you can't. It's got to be Florida.
What if you're flying above Florida?
Then you can bet.
Oh, no.
Then you can bet.
Airspace in Florida? Yep.
Yeah, then you could lay down a quick 500 on something.
I am curious, and I wonder if the number is ever going to come out, how they're going to compensate them. Because you know they're going to give some money.
They should. You think
I
anything
agree.
You think anything happens with these two? Maybe they end up falling in love and they have an affair because you spend time with somebody, and then next thing you know, you're like, wow, I fell in love with the person.
About overtime.
Overtime, yeah.
Ooh,
you beat her lawyer. Represent. They better write him a check. They would. I mean, that's what I'd be telling him on the air. If I talk to him, you guys better get ready to pay me, bitch, when I land. As soon as I open that door, I want that cash in my hand.
But it's cool. So SpaceX, and I'm curious, I'll see maybe if I can get some stuff up later, but they're going to share a live webcast of the mission beginning 1 hour and 20 minutes prior to liftoff on its website. And then they say it's going to be on their X account, of course, right, Elon? Mm-hmm. And then NASA will also air coverage on their X account so we can see the whole thing go down when they go and get them.
Well,
or go up, shall I say.
I am looking forward to it. I hope it works out. Everybody's safe, and it's good that they're finally getting home. 877-927-6969. Don, make a note of it. I'm going to watch that this weekend.
It's today.
Oh, is it today? Oh, I thought it was this weekend.
Well, they launched today, right?
Yes.
When will they be
back?
They
launch and then they dock tomorrow morning or something.
All right, tomorrow morning.
And they're saying they should be back, what did I say, the 15th, 16th? Something like that.
This weekend?
Yeah, this weekend. The Great Smoke, and these guys are going to land. I mean, what else you want? Perfect weekend.
I think I'm not normally one. Like, I like to see a launch every now and then when somebody was like, oh, go outside and check it. I'll check it out. It's pretty cool. But I'm going to be very interested to watch this, especially some of the live footage.
Imagine if they come off the plane, just off the ship, pitching off the
Yes. No, from everything they read, of course, they're going to be positive, but they're just like, yeah, they're like, from what everybody says and whatever, like, this has been a really cool opportunity. So.
First thing they're going to say, they're going to be, Luka got traded for the Mavs? Oh, my God.
They're going to kiss the ground the first time they land.
I can't believe it. LeBron yelled at Stephen A. Smith. Crazy. It is the Penthouse.
I love really quick. So it's so funny that our president, he says some interesting things. It's kind of like Greek does. And they said in a series of strange remarks, President Trump said that talking about the stranded Starliner astronauts may have fallen in love, as G says, during their extended stay at the ISS. There's this quote. They've been left up there. I hope they like each other. Maybe they love each other. I don't know, he says, but they've been left up there. He's like, think of it. So he's thinking maybe, maybe there was. But I don't know for a fact, but I think maybe married families, I do believe.
I don't know. But things happen, like when somebody gets stranded on a desert island.
Yeah.
You never know. I mean, somebody gets stranded on a desert island, you might not like the person, then you're stuck. You're like, well, there's nobody else around. I might as well bang you. It happens. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They want to force kids to learn cursive.
Again,
and
huh?
Of all the things, by the end of grade 5, each student must be able to show that they know cursive frontwards and backwards. At grade 5,
they
or
have
else
to write cursive backwards? DeSantis is out of his mind.
The news junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Palm Beach Expressway's up to speed. You won't find any major delays or incidents on the Turnpike or 95. We're slow North Lake Boulevard eastbound, right at US 1. That left turn lane is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Shop Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale. See a sleep expert and get matched with your perfect bed so you sleep better at night. You'll even get 120 nights to love it or your money back. Restrictions apply.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance. but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
Hey, it's the Greek. Lucky you. St. Pat's Party, Saturday, March 15th. Irish food specials. Specials all night with drinks. Irish-themed live shows and beautiful ladies. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Their St. Pat's Party this Saturday, March 15th, open till 5 a.m. You want to know where all the beautiful ladies are? They're at Monroe's of Palm Beach. Lucky you, baby. Get over there this Saturday, 15th. St. Pat's Party like you've never seen. Peace!
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable in bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Hey, it's Franny, and we know GiveMeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better. With GiveMeTheVin.com's big cash giveaway, they're giving away $25,000 in cash every month. There are 2 ways to win. Get 250 chances to win with your mail-in entry, or 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. Whether you're selling your daily driver, pickup, SUV, or even a supercar, they want it. Just enter your VIN or license plate at GiveMeTheVin.com and get an instant offer in minutes.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing, must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333. Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com.
Real Radio weather.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days. Back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com, a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, even refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket, own the dream.
Have you ever wondered if your pet is lying to you?
Why is my cat not here? And I go in and she's eating my lunch.
Or if hypnotism is real?
You will use the suggestion to enhance your control.
Or what's inside a black hole?
Black holes could be a consequence of the way we understand the universe.
Well, we have answers for you in the new podcast, Science Stuff. Join me, Jorge Cham, as we answer questions about animals, space, our brains, and our bodies. Listen to Science Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Science Stuff, and listen now.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon. Thanks for always listening to Real Radio. Hope you wake up every day and put on Rover and his crew. And then we get to rock. And then after that, it is the Greek Zone and then the News Junkies. And don't forget, we are at home of the Panthers. Panthers made some big moves before the trade deadline, and maybe they can win the Stanley Cup again.
They lost last night, though.
Yeah, they were in Boston. Tough place to play. It is. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Don McSera.
Hello.
Of course, Francis is here.
What's uppers?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, this saga's been going on for about a week now. LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith. LeBron went up to him at a Laker game and just said, basically, don't be talking about my son anymore. Stephen A. addressed it next day on the 4-Letter Network, but then last night he was on a podcast and he called LeBron weak, and I don't think that's a good thing for Stephen A.
Nope.
I just don't see that working out with the other NBA players and all the people that follow LeBron James, too. I know Stephen A. is huge, gets $20 million a year, the whole thing, but, man, there's some situations you just step back and say, you know what, that's a little bit bigger than me. So I don't know how this is going to work out because now I think LeBron's going to respond. He may, but other players may. And there's been a couple of players already who don't talk to Stephen A. Smith. It's one of those situations where, I mean, there's always two ways you could take everything in life, and sometimes you could realize this even in your own life. I have. Sometimes it's worth to take the, humble ride and just be like, hey, you know what? No worries. It's all good. I think when you ignite it more and more, it just gets worse and worse. So we'll see what happens with this, but it is a big thing in the sports world, and everybody is talking about it. And then last night he was on a podcast. Last night the Cavs won in the NBA, a streak of 15 games in a row. Cleveland Cavaliers have won. They have the best record in the Eastern Conference. Tonight they played a Thunder in a big game. It's a showdown. It's a Thunder against the Cavs. We'll talk about this game on the Greek Zone. Joey Bosa signed with the Buffalo Bills, 1 year, $12 million with $3 million incentives, which is always a good thing, I think, because especially if you can reach them. You see it a lot of times the last week of the season in the NFL. It's public where you find out what guys need to get incentives, and a lot of people bet on that too. Like it might be a guy needs 5 catches or 2 tackles or a couple field goals, and you look at it, you're like, oh, man, I'm going to bet on this because this guy wants to achieve this because he might get $1 million. There was one time there was Gronk. He was mic'd up, and he went up to Brady. And he said to Brady, he goes, man, if I get one more catch, I get $1 million. And Brady came out first play, threw it to him. Dom, you know the situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Brady threw it to him.
I got $1 million.
Yep. And Gronk ran around the sideline, goes, I got $1 million. So, yeah, it is pretty cool with incentives, especially if you can reach them. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Get down there today in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Love their gelato and their coffee. What do you got there, Dominic?
We have Chris on the phone.
Chris, what's happening, buddy?
What's going on, Penthouse? How y'all doing?
We're doing good, Chris. How are you today? I haven't heard from you in a couple of days, and I hope everything's good in your world.
So the reason I called today is I wanted to comment on the LeBron James situation.
Okay.
Okay. I think what he did was like kind of classless, personally. His son, we're not talking about a little child. We're talking about a grown man who now plays professional basketball. When you become a professional, you're going to get critiqued. It's not just by Stephen A. Smith. A lot of people have had the same narrative about Bronny, that he's just not ready for the NBA. And that's fine. I don't understand why LeBron has the right to jump in people's face on the sideline and act like a bully, knowing Stephen A. Smith is not going to do nothing to him. I don't know. I kind of lost respect for him. I feel like when you get your son to a professional level, it's not like Stephen A. Smith said anything disrespectful. All he said was that Bronny isn't ready. So to jump in his face and like get mad, you're going to do that to every reporter that, says something that you don't like? I mean, you can't do that. He's a grown man. He can defend himself now.
I mean, again, your opinion is what a lot of people say. There's no doubt about it. I think LeBron James has been one of those athletes over the years where you don't cross him, whether you're a teammate. Teammates have talked about that. Or I also think Stephen A. has such a big audience. That's why LeBron cared. I don't think he cares about other people who don't have that big of an audience. But it also might be a little bit true, and it bothers him. I don't know. I think he could have talked to him in a different setting. I said that from the very beginning, maybe privately, talk to him or pick up the phone or text him or call him. I don't think he should have did what he did. But I also think on Stephen A., I think Stephen A. handled it good the first day, but last night on a podcast to call him weak, you're just going to kick the hive. Like, it's going to keep getting bigger and bigger. But, again, these are grown men who are both very successful in their fields. And just because you're successful or wealthy does not mean that have class or handle situations the right way. So I think they both handled it wrong, to be honest with you. LeBron definitely don't. I agree.
I agree in that sense, Greek. But, I mean, at what point do we stop, like being the feelings police? Like, at what point do we just let two grown men say what they got to say without somebody getting in trouble? That's the only part that bothers me, is that LeBron holds himself higher than almost anybody in the world, where it feels like his word is this and that's all there is to it. And that's the only thing I don't like about it. That's it.
Yeah, there's been a couple players that played with LeBron over the years and have challenged LeBron and publicly have said, after that was it. I got traded or I got let go. I mean, it's just LeBron being LeBron. It's the way he is. It's his personality. He has that attitude where you don't go against me. And if it's not a good opinion, you know what? I don't want to hear it. So when it comes to his son, I don't know how he couldn't have thought going in, because his son was not, a baller in college. He was okay. He wasn't great. So I don't know how he thought putting him in the pros was not going to come up to some criticism. And obviously, when you're one of the best players in the NBA over the last 20 years, you're going to hear stuff. But, I mean, it's LeBron being LeBron, and it is what it is. Most reporters, though, do back down because they don't want to be cut off.
Yeah, but instead of backing down, I like that. I mean, I know Stephen A. could have taken me and probably should have, career-wise, because, with future interviews and things that he's going to want to get, they're going to remember what he did with LeBron. But I do like that he stood on business. I do like that he said what he said and stood behind what he said. You know, that's what I mean when I say two grown men just having a little verbal back and forth. I don't think anyone should get in trouble over this, but unfortunately, with the internet nowadays catching fire, things going viral, it sucks that, you know, people's careers can get ended over a little beef with somebody just because they're popular, and that's not right.
I agree 100%. I mean, I agree with you 100%. He has a job to do. He speaks. Like I said, I think LeBron handled it wrong talking to him in front of, 20,000 people and millions of people who have seen it. It's just me. I would have did it privately. And the second thing is I think Stephen A., when he first came out, he was like, well, it's just the dad coming at me. Then 48 hours later, he's on a podcast, and he's like, he's weak. He shouldn't have done it. Well, then you should have had that first time. But again, I mean, everybody has a different opinion about everything, and that's what makes the world go round.
It's kind of like Dom running to management and crying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I accept Dom for what he does. I can't tell him what to do. I could suggest in life. And he has a nice rapport with management, and he likes to go to him at time to time. And I've accepted it. I mean, I said my piece about it. It's his decision. It's his career. Whatever he wants to do. I mean, that's where he thinks his bread is buttered. And I said to him, go with it. But if you ever have a problem outside the office, they're not going to do dick for you. What else you got, Chris?
Nothing, man. Dom just needs to understand.
Hear that, management?
I said outside. Outside. I didn't say here. I said outside. Let's be gin clear. I'm kidding.
You guys rock, man. I love you guys, man. See you later, Dom. You suck.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Anytime somebody tells you suck, you got to be like, yeah, awesome. 877-927-6969. Call us on anything you want. You can
Bernie, just to let you know, I've made the rounds real quick during the commercial break.
Yeah.
That one person with the over/under is not listening to us.
Okay,
so we're
thank
okay.
goodness. All right, okay.
First of all,
I was worried. He's a nice person. Said he's a nice person, and I think
he's
if
not
you
the
heard
first guy I've done it
I
on.
think he would. Yeah, but
Or
I think
women.
but he doesn't know you, and I think it would hurt somebody's feelings to think that they're not going to make it here.
Okay, and I said in the bet, okay, I said whether he quits or they fire him. I just didn't say him getting fired.
Either way, it's not positive.
Well, if he wants to quit, it's positive. You quit because you're not happy.
Okay.
I mean, what are you going to do?
All right. What are you going to do?
I mean, it's an opportunity to make some cash. I got to keep motivation up around here. Morale. I mean, you know what?
So what did Mo pick, the over or under?
I'm not going to say what Mo picked. I can tell you, Mo usually is in the Greek camp.
I know you probably went and asked Brian Mudd, too.
Oh, Brian, I would never ask Brian because Brian wouldn't do that.
All right, what about Joel?
I don't say hi to Joel.
All right, yep, then you made your rounds.
I made my rounds. Brian Mudd is not like that. And I would never bring it to somebody. Like, there's one guy that we have. We know this gentleman. He's a very nice guy. He's a very strong guy. Like, he's a man's man. And I told my one buddy, he went to him with a problem with a girl. So he's like, I said, dude, you can't go to him. A, he don't want to hear it. B, he's strong, and he's going to think you're so weak if you go to him about this situation. I know the guy. He's a real guy. Like, I mean, you can't be like you're brokenhearted. So he went to him, and he goes, man, he's told me to man up. Find another girl. Stop bitching.
On to the next one.
Yeah. I said, that's what he is. I said, you know what I mean? I go, that's just the kind of guy he is. Mudd's not like that. Like, if I went to Mudd with this, he would say to me, Greek, that's wrong. It's not right. I mean, he's got like some morals. So, I mean, he would go through that whole thing. I don't want to hear that. I love Mudd. I really do. I mean, I went to his house. So what does that say? I mean, that says a lot. Because if I didn't like him, I wouldn't go to his house. Beautiful house, by the way. Oh, my God. But, yeah, I wouldn't go to him with that. You know, certain friends are like your clothes. Certain friends you go to for certain things and certain friends you don't. Because, A, they don't. It's just it's not their thing. And Mudd doesn't want to be involved in anything like that. It's a little shady. He's not a gambler. Plays a lot of stocks. And we've had our disagreements about stocks and gambling, how it's the same thing. But he'll go to the mattresses with that. Or, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, dude, it's the same thing. Whether you bet $5,000 on a stock or I bet $5,000 on a game. To me, it's the same thing. But if you want to put that in your corner, that's fine.
It's not, but okay.
Why? Well, okay. Why would you say it's not?
Because there's no ownership of anything.
What do you mean there's no ownership?
You own You own something when you buy stock. So the next day you still have something. Where the next day in the bet you might not have anything at all.
But suppose the stock goes down, you lose your ass.
You still have some stock. You own something of a corporation.
Okay, so suppose it goes down to a penny and you paid $15 for it. And you got Jack and Jill. You got nothing.
You still own some sort of corporation.
Okay, that's good. See if that'll help you get Publix. Go to Publix and get food tonight.
It's better than putting a bet and then not having $0 the next day.
And then the next one I win. So there.
So much yelling.
Point proven.
So much yelling.
877-927-6969. Remember, when you're listening to this show, it's a show.
No, it's real.
This is all real.
Yep.
Real radio.
There you go.
You guys are the best. Big giveaway today. We're going to have it tomorrow, too. But again, you better study tonight. I mean, Franny had some questions, and I think it took 5 people or 4 before.
Yeah, it took I think more than 4. Yeah, probably the fifth caller one.
Yeah. So know your NASCAR. And what did you tell him to do? You gave him a good hint.
Well, just not necessarily NASCAR, Homestead Miami Speedway, too.
I can give another hint. You could listen to the podcast again and get some of the questions.
There you go, because I'd probably have to use them over again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if we should use the same questions over again. Do you think so?
I don't have that many more, so I'm going to have to. That's why I didn't give the answers out.
Yeah, it's like wearing lingerie for 2 different guys or girls, whatever you want to do, Dom. It's a little brutal. You'd be like, oh, my God.
Yeah, but how does a guy know? That's what I've never understood. How does a guy know? What girl comes out in lingerie and be like, guess who I wore this for before? Like, who says that? No girl tells you.
They're not going to tell you, but if you ask them, like, is this
but
new?
Why would you ask them?
I always do. I'm
Oh
like,
my
is this
God.
your routine? Or what here?
Is this your Monday pair? What is this?
I like purple, by the way, or green. Like a different color green, not real green, like a off. Lingerie is not that big anymore.
Money green.
Yeah, okay, nice. That's good. But go with money green. I don't know about money green, but it could be a new line for lingerie. Money green. Ooh,
What if it smells like money too?
No, I don't want it to smell like money. My God, what is wrong with you? Oh, God. Have you ever walked by somebody and they had a nice fragrance and you said, wow, you smell great. What are you wearing?
No.
Have you? I have.
I have too. I don't know necessarily. Yeah, maybe strangers. Yeah, I have. But I have a girlfriend. She always she switches it up, but she always smells so good. I don't know what fragrance it is, but I have noticed, like, when I've been out and about, I think even yesterday at the Kravis Center, I was like, what is that? And I asked the lady if it was her in front of me, and it wasn't. But I will, if I smell something.
Yeah, I do.
That smells good.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, that's
because
really...
I want it for myself.
Yeah, and every fragrance smells different on everybody, obviously. But I don't think there's anything wrong. Why do you think that's a little bit...
No, I just haven't done it.
Cross the line if you say that to somebody, like you smell great?
No, I just haven't done it.
Yeah, all right. I've been doing it for years. If I smell anybody I think is good, I go, that smells great. What are you wearing? What are you doing later? 877-927-6969.
I'm sure that's
that
always
escalated.
that's always the question right after.
Yeah.
Hey, shooter's got to shoot.
You have a ring on?
You would see the ring. I have some morals. I don't do that. If somebody's married, I'm not going near them. Just don't want it, don't need it. Too much of a headache. It really is. So don't do that. Come on. What kind of role model would I be if I did that? Jesus, it's so tough being a role model. Today, you got some conference tournament games going on as we speak. And the basketball is going on all day today, all day tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's crazy. I love this week. It really is. I enjoy this more than I do March Madness. Because, again, it's teams who played each other during the course of the year, and you get a little bit of a beat on it. When you go into March Madness, it's tough because, again, there's teams who never play each other.
It's all over the place, yeah.
Yeah, and it's all, what they get seeded, and you're thinking, and there's always a lot of upsets.
Oh, yeah, it's like, which team is it?
Yeah, it's not as many upsets in this tournament, I don't see. You see them once in a while, but in March Madness, you always see big upsets. And there's people in the first round who just bet every underdog.
And this is a lot closer seeded, I think, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and also in this tournament, there's a lot of buys. Like for the good teams, they get them in the ACC, the SEC. Like the Gators, I think, have 2 buys before they play. I think. Somebody was telling me that the other night. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. Got some WWGD coming at you. That'll be at 1:35. Don't forget, again, if you want to go to NASCAR next week, you guys got to listen the next couple of days, and we're going to have an opportunity to get a 4-pack, which is awesome. Now,
What's going on this weekend at the fairgrounds?
The Great Smoke is going on. You can go to their website. I know there's no more VIP tickets. Somebody told me last night, I don't know if it's true or not, they might be sold out, but go to thegreatsmoke.com to get tickets. That's going to be this weekend. Great event if you're a cigar aficionado. It's on a bucket list, and there's thousands of people going.
Mm-hmm. Main event tickets still available.
Okay.
Entry for single attendee, right? Because they have main event plus companion. That's entry for couples. Sold out. VIP for singles. Sold out. They have all kinds, like entry for 8. So everything is sold out right now on thegreatsmoke.com, which will take you to smokein.com. So you can either go to Smoke In or The Great Smoke, and you'll see that they have available still that main ticket event for single attendee is what they got going.
And again, it's a great event. You get 32 cigars.
Yes, because if you're like, it's over $100 for the ticket. But as G-Man mentioned, you get a lot of things that go with that.
You get a lot of swag, too.
Yes.
It's cool. And you'll have a great time. It's a daytime event. Obviously, there's entertainment there. There are a lot of cool things going on. You'll have a good time. I highly recommend it if you like cigars. And also, you're getting introduced to a lot of different cigars, and there's a lot of people in the cigar industry that are going to be there, too. So all your questions could be answered about cigars or different things, but I highly recommend it. They are partners with us for a long time, and it's a great time this Saturday at the Fairgrounds. So check it out. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. We'll be back in a few minutes, so don't get scared. We'll be back, and we're going to come back with some Florida stories and some WWGD. Peace.
Think we're just in your car? Think again. Anytime, anywhere. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Palm Beach Expressway is up to speed. You won't find any major delays or incidents on the Turnpike or 95. We're slow North Lake Boulevard eastbound, right at US 1. That left turn lane is blocked. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Florida Public Transportation Association. Florida's transit system makes it easy to explore the beauty of the great outdoors without the stress of traffic. Whether it's a day at the beach or hiking through scenic state parks, they've got you covered. Explore Florida's natural parks, trails, and beaches with no parking stress. Visit TransitConnectsFlorida.com to plan your next outdoor adventure.
Hayes the Greek, lucky you. St. Pat's Party, Saturday, March 15th. Irish food specials. Specials all night with drinks. Irish themed live shows and beautiful ladies. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Their St. Pat's Party this Saturday, March 15th, open till 5 a.m. You want to know where all the beautiful ladies are? They're at Monroe's of Palm Beach. Lucky you, baby. Get over there this Saturday, 15th. St. Pat's Party like you've never seen. Peace.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Got a classic hot rod or resto mod? GimmeTheVin.com wants it. Just go to gmtvcc.com. Get an offer in minutes. GimmeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better with their big cash giveaway. Gimme the Vin is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. There are 2 ways to win. Get 250 chances to win with your mail-in entry or 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car. That's with GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance. but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Have you found your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app yet?
I have this go-to playlist. Boom, made it a preset.
It's like the only app you need.
The #1 radio app. Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps to keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days. Back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
If you want to destroy woke culture, you like good old-fashioned stories, then you'll love Red Pilled America, the common sense storytelling show that aligns with your values. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. I hope you're having a good day and enjoying yourself. Maybe somebody buys you a pizza and you're like, ooh, that is nice. Everybody loves pizza. Do you know anybody who doesn't like pizza? Especially free pizza. You know anybody?
Not that I can think of.
Not really.
It's one of those things. Like if somebody says, hey, let's get a pizza, you're like, yeah. Just breaks the ice and everybody loves pizza. It's like a lap dance. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Hello. And of course, Francis is here.
What's up?
And it's the second round of our Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, sometimes a bad breakup can make you do things. A lot of times it can make you drink, and that's exactly what happened with this Florida man. Deputies observed a black Chevy pickup truck following a Mustang more closely than was reasonable. And it's still fairly early, like 6:10 p.m. Well, they said the driver, later identified as 25-year-old Lee Jared Pratt, was driving rashly and had no regard for the speed of the Mustang. They said he made a sudden change to the right lane to avoid colliding with the back of it. In doing so, he cut in front of a white pickup truck. The deputy turned on his emergency lights when he saw it to conduct the traffic stop and drove directly behind Pratt, who was slow to respond to the signal and pull over. Instead, he sped up and continued going on the westbound on the highway. The deputy activated sirens, and they said and toggled between the tones, to which Pratt eventually realized, oh, I'm getting pulled over.
That's the worst feeling.
So, yeah. So then he does. He pulls over into a plaza. The deputies approach the driver's side to see Pratt right there. And they said he was just hanging out. Deputies go, this is why I stopped you. And while they're doing that, they're like, oh, but I smell something. And what that is a very strong odor of alcohol coming from his breath. Then when they asked for his license, registration, of course, the huge. Pratt looked around his vehicle and stated that he did not know the whereabouts of his wallet or other documents. And they said the odor of alcohol just got stronger as he spoke. The deputy noticed the bloodshot eyes. They informed Pratt of his observation. They're like, you look a little drunk right now. And he admitted, he was like, yeah, I had 3 beers. He was like, listen, I just ended my relationship with my girlfriend. And he told the deputies he was a bit impaired. And then he asked to be arrested. So at least he knew. He did. He was like, I'm drunk. He was like, you can arrest me. And he just broke up with somebody. Poor guy. Seems down and out, but don't drink and drive. The deputy asked him to participate in field sobriety test. He agreed. Deputy got through 2 exercises with Pratt before he stated, listen, there's no more need for us to continue this because I'm drunk.
They had to like the
He also didn't want to keep doing them. He was like, why am I doing this? I'm telling you, like I told you, I'm drunk. Arrest me. I'm drunk. Why am I doing this? I'm drunk.
It's got to be a really nice change for them.
I know, but even when he said, he was like, yeah, I'm drunk. And I'm like, all right, field sobriety. So then he's doing it. He had 2, and he was like, but there's no need. I'm drunk.
I'm out.
He also did not want, that's it. He didn't want to keep doing it. The deputy determined Pratt was impaired. Yeah, he's telling you. I'm just kidding. And informed him he was being charged for it.
I'm lit, bro.
Yeah. Oh, but he said after being read his rights, never drink and drive, no excuse. He did reiterate he was drinking beers because of a really bad breakup. But he did understand. He said he was like, I know I could have hurt someone on the road. He said he felt the deputy was helping him and doing the right thing. He even stated that.
That's nice.
He also became extremely emotional as he started to cry. Profoundly, I know.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I bet you the cops really didn't want to even do anything. They probably felt bad. Because like I said, they're used to so many people when they get pulled over, not.
I know, but this guy was very drunk. I mean, his breath, 0.25, 0.23.
No, there's no excuse.
No excuse.
No. Well, no matter what happens, you could have been like, hey, I had Arizona State last night.
Man, breakups make you do terrible things, huh? Sometimes things you normally wouldn't do out of character.
Oh, yeah.
The deputy, they inventoried his pickup truck, found multiple open alcoholic beverages behind the driver's seat on the floorboard. If you want to know what this guy likes to drink, Goose Island tropical beers and Natty Light and a couple Yingling lagers too.
That's one of those situations where one problem gets into another problem. You have a mess because that's a mess. The breakup sucks, no doubt about it. But now you got a $15,000 fine.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
It's terrible and affects your life.
Yep. License taken away because he admitted I'm drunk. Then this is a very loco story, and this happened last year, but the person finally just got charged for it. There is are you familiar with Soulfest?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, he went to Soulfest, 37-year-old James Anderson of Westville, entered a guilty plea to aggravated battery on law enforcement officer. Well, the reason why, they said that there was a deputy who tried to arrest him during this EDM festival. And James Anderson, and so they said that it's Vortex Springs if you ever want to go in Ponce de Leon. Anderson tried to grab the deputy's gun. It's a big no-no. And then after that, he bit the deputy in the head, the skull. They said the bite removed a chunk of flesh that exposed the flesh, like it was so deep it exposed the deputy's skull.
Wow.
The deputy did recover from his injuries. There are pictures. Do not look it up. It is disgusting. From looking at this article, it just popped up. Yeah. And the guy was complaining. He's like, I got hair in my teeth. Yeah.
Show Greek a photo.
I don't want to see.
He's like, I got hair in my teeth. That was the dude's complaint after he bit the deputy in the head. This dude is a wackadoo. They did find out. Well, they tased him too. Resisted him a couple times. The guy's like, I don't feel anything.
Really?
The reason why? PCP, LSD, ketamine, mushrooms, and ecstasy.
How's he even alive?
All of that. Besides feeling the taser, all he complained about was a hair in his teeth. That's it. So, yes, the deputy who's not named has since recovered. They did say with significant scarring, as I could imagine, does remain on the job. But yeah, the Westville resident pleaded guilty, aggravated battery on law enforcement officer, and I believe he is serving 6 years, and they said after that it's about 10 years of felony probation upon his release.
Should be.
So yucky. And then we have body cam footage. A video shows a moment a Florida police officer on horseback pursued that 22-year-old suspect after this dickbag struck the officer's horse. The body camera office, Tampa Police Department, it was mounted patrol. They said it was a horse clearing a busy street, Ybor City. This happened March 9th, not that long ago. They said, Ebor's closed, time to go home, right? The crowd's still hanging out. And you know, Ebor's very young and partyish and stuff.
Mhm.
And so they're like, all right, time to go home. So there are people on horseback because it's easy to get through crowds that way. The officer, his his name is Mount Opus, were making their way through the crowd. However, moments later, the officer can be heard saying, do not touch the horse. Police said Justin Riera then allegedly touched the horse. He struck the police horse right in the ass before running off into the crowd, attempting to evade apprehension. Guess what? A horse is faster than you are, and it will break through a crowd. You can see the horse galloping through the crowd as the officer went after him, and he was like, stop, you're under arrest, watch out. Eventually, officers were able to apprehend Riera. Guess what? It's a felony to hit a horse because a horse is considered a police officer, too.
Mm-hmm.
He was booked into the Hillsborough County Jail on one felony count of offense against the police animals for touching or striking the horse, Mount Opus, and a misdemeanor count of resisting an officer without violence. They said, hey, reminder, TBD, said the public that canines, mounted patrol horses, are considered officers and are protected by law. Engaging with these animals requires permission from their handlers. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job there, Francis. Always a lot of unique stories. Every single day. Every day we do them, and every day they are so different.
People are idiots.
Oh, yeah, they really are. Some of the stories you tell me, that you talk about are crazy. Scarlett Johansson is a big star. I didn't notice about her. Somebody told me this about her a couple days ago, and it's rare in Hollywood. She is not involved with social media.
Mm-hmm. They wanted her for a new movie to post on Instagram, and she was like, nah, I'm good. I don't or like to start an account.
Yeah, that's amazing today.
Mm-hmm.
She has never been on it. She's not a big fan of it. Doesn't do it. And like Franny just said, there was a studio with a new movie. They wanted to get involved, and she said no. And that is rare for an A-lister in Hollywood because, again, you know, they want to promote their brand and their movies and what they're doing, stuff like that. But she's big enough, too, where she can be like, sorry, I'm not going to do it. She's been around a long time. Fantastic career. She was involved in all the superhero movies. She's done so many different things. But yeah, I was surprised to hear that. I was like, wow, that's like one of the only A-list big stars that's not, you know, involved in social media.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that she just doesn't believe in and she doesn't want to do. And when you're that big, you can like set the tone and be like, I'm not doing it. So hats off to her. I've heard a lot of coaches in basketball and a couple NFL coaches do it, but I think they have other people who handle it for them. Who's just the actor? A big actor who does no social media. Was it Bill Murray? I don't know. I was reading somebody over the weekend, and he doesn't do anything either. It's one of the big actors. But if you want to get involved with him, you got to pick up the phone and call him. He has an assistant that answers phones, but no social media at all. And that's rare today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with a lot of people. If you ever do that with somebody, they almost look at you like you're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I'll text you, and you're like, no, I don't text. And most people, more and more, just want to text. Yeah, and networking, I really believe, is so important in so many aspects of life. And having that connection with somebody, because I think it helps you in business and a lot of things in life. It really does. But it seems like we're going way away from it more and more, especially with the younger people. Everything is text and, you know, send it to you and that's it. But nobody picks up the phone like they once did. Do you get more text every day than phone calls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right?
For sure.
Franny, you too, right?
Yeah.
I would assume? Yeah, I think most people get more text than they do phone calls. But it's just a way of life, and I think it's also easier for people. And some people don't want to really talk to the person. They just want to, you know, ask them what they need. And then that's it. And then they move on. But, yeah, for me, I think Scarlett Johansson, like I said, she's definitely rare. There's no doubt about it. But what a career. And very easy on the eyes. 877-927-6969. It has a lot of different looks, too, when you watch your movies and everything like that. $100 bill, though, always looks good. You can call us or text us at Real Radio 47142. We had a couple things on the table today. Certain things that maybe if you're a guy, your friends could say to you, but if a girl says it to you, you may think it's rude. Franny gave a couple examples, and again, you might have some yourself. One of the ones was man up. If a girl says that to you, you might take it as an insult. If your friends say, you might be like, all right, maybe I'm not acting appropriately.
So I'm curious if you guys think this is pretty accurate. These are hobbies that men enjoy but might hide from their buddies. Do you know a guy who loves working on cars but wants to keep it a secret from his buddies because it's not cool enough? Probably not. But they might hide other less masculine things. So there's a list online of hobbies and interests that men have that they admit they keep on the DL from their buddies. And I'm curious if you guys have any.
Dom? I know you like to plant flowers.
Not really.
No.
I know G-Man's would be like the spa.
Yeah, but he doesn't hide it.
Nope.
It's on the DL.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I think there's things that I do and my friends think are crazy.
Yeah, but you don't hide it though.
No, I don't hide it.
And these are things that they hide, right?
Yeah, there's not a hide.
If you had anything 47142 started off with Real Radio. It was a Reddit list. Somebody said classical music, The Lord of the Rings, working in the garden, and cartoons. I'm sure my friends would be okay with all that, but I'm a general contractor and there's a stigma of that rugged manliness attached to it. So they keep it to themselves.
Yeah, I can see that.
This one. I build Legos. I play with my cat. And I watch elephant, cat, and dog videos. Don't tell his buddies that.
I wouldn't either.
This one G-Man does. Pedicures. Which I think is more and more. So I go to a girl to get my nails done, and she's in a private suite. She doesn't work in a big salon. She's by herself. And you're starting to see more and more, but the person who, her next appointment was a gentleman, very refined. Yeah. You could tell had money, walked in and talking. And I'm curious because I know men get pedicures and stuff, but he walked away to talk on the phone a little bit. And I was like, do you get a lot of guys come in? She was like, yeah. She was like, you'd be surprised. She's like, 30% of my clientele.
That's great.
Are guys. And I was like, yeah, a lot of guys these days, pedicures, manicures, it's normal.
You know who started a lot of it for guys? Michael Jordan. Because he was the one that he always gets pedicures and manicures when he was playing. And that, for a lot of guys, they heard that, oh, MJ goes, I want to be like Mike. And he's one who was always pretty open about it.
So these are hobbies or things that men enjoy that they hide from their buddies. One guy said romance novels. Another guy goes, I'll admit it, I like romantic comedies and fruity cocktails. I want my drink to taste good and not like stale bread. Somebody says I'm a 30-something white suburban dad, and I love raunchy pop music like Nicki Minaj.
I don't know if you're going to hide that.
I love it. I enjoy listening to boy bands like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. My friends are all into rap and the auto-tune stuff, which I think sounds horrible. Some guy said baking. These are things that guys do that they probably wouldn't tell their buddies about. One guy says sewing. That's awesome. My wife and I watch every season of Love is Blind on Netflix, and I love it. Ugh. Another person said bubble baths. I secretly love motivational quotes, but I'm too proud to admit that I have a notebook full of my favorites. Another person said cute stuffed animals, especially dinosaurs.
It's a little out there.
And another guy says, yeah, I have stuffed animals and plushies from Squishmallow on my bed. Yeah, I wonder if the girls come over, though. They hide it.
Oh, what the hell is this? Is that a stuffed elephant?
So these are pretty good. If you got anything, things that you're like, man, I really like it, but I don't want to tell the guys because I don't want them to think that I am not a man. Let us know. 47142. Started off with Real Radio.
Dom, can you think of any, not yourself, but things that maybe guys like, and they're like, eh.
I don't know. I would say this, your dog account, how much you love your dog or something like that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you don't want to tell your friends, but I don't know if that makes you less of a man. I don't know.
I don't think so. That I don't.
There's a lot of guys that love their dogs.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're dogs in their life. Mm-hmm. They love their dog better than their spouse. I mean, there are.
Sometimes.
I don't see. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think that you would be ashamed or you want to hide that, from your friends. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everybody's different, but I think love for an animal is beautiful, and that's your part of your family. Mm-hmm. I mean, you would think that. Mm-hmm. Maybe reading Vogue magazine. You might be like, oh, you read Vogue?
Your Cosmos subscription.
I read Vogue, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there could be some things that guys, but a lot of stuff guys just get in their heads. I mean, and that's what it is. I think a lot of people get a lot of different things. Whatever you like, go do. Screw the world. They're not paying your bills. What do you care?
What about your Botox?
I don't do Botox.
I'm kidding.
I don't. Never did in my life. I'm too afraid. I really am. I really am I have a fear for it. I've never done it. And everybody, I know a lot of people.
That's scary.
Yeah, I know a lot of people do it. I just I've never done it.
Yeah.
But people are happy with it.
There's a comedy club in the UK I talked about this morning on the Gator where they are banning people who they believe have gotten Botox done. And the reason being is because the comedians are upset because they think that they're not able to gauge the reaction
of
the audience there. Yeah, so this owner of a London comedy club announced this ban and who's had Botox injections. So the comedy club is called Top Secret Comedy Club, and they said a lot of his performers have complained to him that too many faces in the audience are unresponsive, and it's hard for them to get a gauge on their reactions to their jokes. Hey, maybe your jokes just aren't funny.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Like, can't you just still hear him laughing?
Yeah.
So to ensure lively facial expressions,
No Botox?
this dude requires all patrons to undergo an expression check at the door.
Oh.
So not only does he ask for ID, then he's like, hey, can you smile? Can you do this? Can you crack us to see? And he says if their face is too tight to crack a smile or frown, they'll be asked to leave.
Wow.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, and it could just be, they could still be wrong.
They could be, not just that, it could be that comedians just aren't funny. Because,
Yeah.
you know, even though somebody's face may be frozen, by the way, too much Botox, you go to a good person, you could still have facial features.
Sure.
But even though that person can still laugh. So, yeah.
And you have
he
to-
may just be trying to make news. Who knows? But yeah, I did see that.
And the thing with that, too, you do, like anything else, you got to go to somebody who's reputable, and also somebody's not going to give it to you a lot. There are some places, there are girls who go every 6 weeks.
Well, but there are girls who do want to be frozen.
Yeah, and that's the look that they want. If you want that and that's what you want, then you rock with it. But again, any hobbies that you have that you don't want to tell your friends. One of my buddies watches the WNBA, and he doesn't like to tell anybody. I'm like, why? Who cares? I bet on the WNBA. I went on girls basketball, college, UCLA, USC Sunday. Winning tickets, winning ticket. Who cares? And I enjoy girls basketball, especially when I got a good beat on it. And I did last week. So I don't think that. But if you have any things that you think of that maybe you do, maybe you go to Green Market on Saturdays. And maybe that's
A lot
something.
of guys go to the green market.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. Talking about, because you were saying phone calls versus text. Somebody texted at 47142, and they said, I hate phone calls unless it's my son or it has to do with collecting money. If you can't get your point across in a short text, then it's not my problem.
Wow.
If it's not a yes or a no, we can talk after work. I use my hands for a living, and it immediately stops everything I'm doing.
All right, I get it. I mean, he's busy during the day. Maybe he feels differently at night when he's not working, but during the day he's got his. I mean, I'm sure a surgeon. He's working. He's doing an operation. I can't talk to you right now, Greek. I gotta call you back. I find that people call. I don't know. I don't know. Just text is. It's just everybody loves to text. They really do. And I'm not a good texter, but I'm better at this. No. How's that? I had somebody yesterday go, why not? I go, I'm not getting into it. If you want to know, call me. I'm not going to explain in a text. I'm just not. And I was driving too. I just wrote no. But I don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different way of communicating. And like I said, text messages are the way. Even in business, you have people like, hey, just text it to me. What it is, or whatever. To me, it's, I don't know, more personal touch if you pick up the phone, especially if you need something. I highly recommend if you need a favor, pick up the phone, call somebody. If they don't want to call you back, or they say, hey, text it, it's easier.
What do you want?
Yeah. I mean, it just sucks when you do that. But I think if you need a favor, you pick up the phone. You definitely do. 877-927-6969. Like right now, we're telling you. Or you can text us at Real Radio 47142. Something that a woman would say to you that you'd be like, wow, that was rude. Or if a guy says it to you, you're like, all right, that's okay. Dominic came up with, like, if a guy says, I have a boyfriend, he thinks that's okay. But if a girlfriend says that, he drops his head. But if a girlfriend says that, he thinks it's rude. Let us know if you have anything like that. And is there something that you do that you don't tell your friends? Maybe there's something that you do and you don't want to tell your friends. Could be anything. Could be shopping, something like that. I mean, who knows? Strip clubs. There's some people who don't like to tell people they go to adult entertainment places because they think, like, what are you going for? Especially if they're married. You know what I mean? They don't want nobody to know. I got a buddy, one of my buddies goes to this one place down south. He never tells anybody, but he'll disappear for like 4 or 5 hours. Then he like resurfaces. And we know where he's at. We don't really care.
Club 11?
He's at Scarlett's.
Okay.
He's at Scarlett's.
That place is fun too.
He's down at Scarlett's, and it's so funny. And then like the next day, he doesn't want to say, I had a meeting. That is the biggest lie.
Till 6 a.m.?
Yeah. One thing you will hear people say is I'm in a meeting, and boy, is it a line. I've seen so many people say it over the years at restaurants. Restaurants are tough, though. More it's the cigar bars because it's pretty quiet sometimes. And they're like, I'm in a meeting, I'll call you back. A restaurant is hard because there's a lot of noise. And you're like, where the hell is it? Where are you? At a restaurant?
Well, but if you're at a restaurant, you could say it's a client meeting that you guys met there.
Yeah.
But yes, if you're at Scarlett's, you can't hear anything. That is not a restaurant. You're not supposed to, I don't think you're supposed to have conversations in there.
Yeah.
It's too loud.
Yeah, just talking about money, and that's it. Yeah, it's a club down south that's open very, very late. I think they're open until 6.
Yeah, that's why I said 6 a.m.
Oh, did you say so? I didn't hear. I'm sorry. Oh, you've been there? Okay. Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, but I have.
And Club 11, I mean, they don't close. That blows my mind. Like 25.
I still have not been there yet. One day I'll get down there.
Let us know when you want to go.
I will. Yes, I've heard good things.
Yeah, we definitely have a great connection with them to getting you a table and taking care of you.
Sweet.
But they're never closed because I say to myself, like, the place is packed. Like, when the hell do they clean the place? You know what I mean? Because most establishments, they clean, you know what I mean?
Do you know that they don't even close for a little bit, huh?
From what I know, they're never closed. Because I know
sometimes they will, just for like an hour or so, just so they can just get everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. From what I've been told.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I have no idea.
They're never closed. And I always think to myself, like, when the hell do they clean the place?
That's like Club Space across the street. They're both supposed to be 24/7.
Yeah, and the other thing is there's a ton of people. I mean, it's not like you know what I mean? Both
Space will have a line at 9 a.m.
I know. It
9 a.m. from the night before.
That gives me anxiety when I see those videos.
I drove past there July 4th. I was down there, and I saw the line because it was in the morning. And, of course, you're like, you know what I thought it was? I had no clue at first. I'm like,
an iPhone launch or something like that?
Yeah, I thought it was. That's what I said. I said,
is this an Apple store?
Yeah, and it was them. And I'm like, look at this line. And it was early. It was like maybe 9:30 in the morning.
So it looks like they're only open from like Wednesday to Sunday. So maybe they're just the other 3 days. They just clean it really good. Or Monday, Tuesday, the 2 days. Just clean it real good.
Yeah, I mean, I've had friends text me 5 in the morning. They're right there. And I'm like, and just get there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm just going down.
Because you're right. I mean, they have a beautiful restaurant. And that's it. Maybe just certain parts of 11 don't close. Because they do have a restaurant. I didn't know it's called Giselle. They say that Miami's new hotspot. It's a restaurant on the rooftop of 11. So they probably have certain things. There's 11 Music. You got 11 Life. There's all these different sections around there.
They got cool hats, by the way.
Yeah, I have one of their hats. Actually, I have some of their sweatpants, too. My girlfriend, Minerva.
Oh, yeah, she goes down there?
Right now has an OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, we're pushing it. She's
back in town. She's back in town. Maybe we'll have her call in.
Oh, yeah.
She was traveling the country. And now
she could advertise her,
There you go. And now she's back, so.
Yeah, tell her to call in. She's got a great ass.
She's got a ton of questions.
No, she's very nice. I know her.
She's a hoot, yeah.
She is very funny. And she's very intriguing. Like, you can sit down with her. You're not going to be lost for words.
No.
Yeah, she's really a nice girl.
She can talk. She can talk to a wall. She really can.
Yeah, she really is. Like, she just sits there. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. So we're going to back with a trifecta and some WWGD. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They want to force kids to learn cursive.
Again,
and
huh?
Of all the things, by the end of grade 5, each student must be able to show that they know cursive frontwards and backwards. At grade 5,
they
or
have
else
to write cursive backwards?
DeSantis is out of his mind.
The News Junkie, weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Palm Beach Gardens, broken down car clearing I-95 north on your off-ramp to PGA Boulevard. Roadwork has a right lane closed I-95 southbound at Congress Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Looking for affordable blinds, shades, or shutters for your home? Don't hire an expensive pro. Check out Blindster.com, where we offer custom-made window coverings at guaranteed low prices with a team of pros ready to help you every step of the way. Blindster.com.
Scott's just made daylight saving time an extra big deal. It's called Day Lawn Saving Time with huge in-store savings. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action products today at the Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Offers available March 6th through 19th at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact details.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Every year, almost 30,000 babies in America are born with birth injuries. It's every parent's worst nightmare. If your child suffered a birth injury, please call our firm to find out if we can help.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Boost Mobile built America's new 5G network and made it easier than ever to switch. And when you do, you can get a free Galaxy A15 5G. Need to hook up a whole family? With Boost Mobile, you can get 4 unlimited lines and 4 free 5G phones for only $100 per month. To switch, head to your local Boost Mobile store today and get your free Galaxy A15 5G or 4 unlimited lines and 5G phones for only $100. New customers only. Requires auto pay and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Spring training at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium is in full swing, but time is running out. Don't miss the Miami Marlins and St. Louis Cardinals before they're gone. Stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com today. See you at the ballpark.
Your old garage door isn't just ugly, it's also stupid. Door goes up, door goes down. 2 things. Door goes up, door goes down. Your blender has 8 speeds, but your garage door goes up and down. Do you think life would be any better if your garage door could do something more helpful than go up and go down? At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern, sophisticated garage doors are virtually silent, wind-resistant, fully insulated, and feature MyQ technology. They work with your smart home so you can check their status, open and close them remotely, or even authorize package or grocery deliveries safely into your garage without having to give out your code. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make the biggest door in your house the smartest door in your house.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Hey, it's the Greek. Lucky you. St. Pat's Party, Saturday, March 15th. Irish food specials. Specials all night with drinks. Irish-themed live shows and beautiful ladies. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach. Their St. Pat's Party this Saturday, March 15th, open till 5 a.m. You want to know where all the beautiful ladies are? They're at Monroe's of Palm Beach. Lucky you, baby. Get over there this Saturday, 15th. St. Pat's Party like you've never seen. Peace.
Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And how healthcare offices become the data managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business. Powering possibilities.
Now through May 4th, new customers can get started with 300 megabit internet and Security Edge for $69 a month for 24 months. And ask how to get free installation on qualifying bundles. Plus, find out how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account. Equipment, taxes, and other fees extra. After 24 months, regular rates apply.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's a nice Wednesday out there for us. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Skies are mostly sunny for us. Low humidity, so it's very comfortable. High pressure in place helps keep our skies nice and clear. We'll see a slow warming trend over the next few days. Back near the mid to upper 80s by the end of the weekend. Our next cold front arrives next Monday.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure, but your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Alt 2K, Indie Radio, and Smells Like the 90s.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
MMJHealth.com. Get approved for your card today. Medical marijuana made easy.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
He's not the first guy I've done it with.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Not the first guy. Say that. Do it again.
He's not the first guy I've done it with.
Not the first guy you've done it with?
Huh.
Huh?
I didn't hear that drop that you got, but it's definitely different. You can take it any content you want.
Content, huh?
Yeah, whatever. Dominic's in the house.
Hello.
Answer the phone, by the way. You got 3 jobs. You can't do
I
one
don't
of
see
them.
anybody on the phone.
Yeah, it was somebody who blew it. Franny's here. It's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, all week you got college hoops, baby. Right now, Georgia Tech is leading Virginia 49-41 in the ACC tournament. And you got college basketball all day today, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday. So excited for that. Go Gators in the SEC. We did put some money down on them to win it all and also to win the SEC tournament. Joey Bosa signed with the Buffalo Bills. 1 year, $12 million with $3 million in incentives. It's going to help the Bills defense. They need to put pressure on the quarterback because next January they'll be in the playoffs and they'll probably be facing Buffalo. They'll be playing the Ravens or the Chiefs. So Joey Bosa is going to be a help for them, and that's one thing that Buffalo said they want to address in the offseason. Our Miami Dolphins are not doing much when it comes to free agency. Hopefully the draft, we do a little bit better, and we can fill a couple of the gaps that we need offensively and defensively. But so far, it has not been a good offseason for the Miami Dolphins. And also, Tyreek Hill, there is still rumors that the Dolphins may trade him. If that happens, that'll probably happen in the next couple of weeks in early April when the draft goes on, and maybe they're going to trade him for some draft picks or to move up. We'll see what happens with the Dolphins. Hopefully, they make some moves, and because they're in a tough division, Bills are going to take it. Tough conference, and I don't think they're close to the Bills or to the Ravens or to the Chiefs. And that's the 3 teams up top, and it's going to be hard for Miami. So hopefully they can turn around and do something. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Peace.
All right, so it is a Wednesday, and that was Greek's last trifecta, which means that's where we get into your emails. And guess what? If you guys want, you can email Dom at realradio921.com
Or you can email Franny at realradio921.com. That's FRANNY at realradio921.com. And what you're emailing us, well, specifically, you want...
Not nudes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No nudes, no D-pics. But you are wanting us to be the middleman because you're actually, you want to talk to G-Man, and he doesn't answer emails. So you have to send him to us because you're looking for him because he gives the best advice out there when it comes to relationships, work, gambling, whatever it is.
You think
he's the right guy to send you on the right path. This is WWGD. What would Greek do?
Get ready for WWGD. What would Greek do?
Oh, that's what's always snaggapus.
Can you believe people ask this guy for advice?
He'd have lost 3 in a row. Feels like the wheels are turning off the ship.
I mean, really?
Yes, this is the 22nd edition of Ultra Music Festival. That kicked off, what's today?
Today?
Seriously?
Forget about it.
You hired.
Your clog is plumbed.
It's WWGD.
All right. Let's start with this first email we got. And it comes from Robert. And Robert's been dating a girl not very long. About 3 weeks. But so far they've gone in those 3 weeks about 4 to 5 dates. And he says, things are good. He said, but, the other night, for the first time, we had a little bit about a conversation about money. And for some reason, she felt the need to tell him that she has about $35,000 in credit card debt. She's like, listen, I got behind on my rent and bills, and I was employed for about 10 months, and things happened, and that's how it racked up to $35K. So Robert wants to know, it's only been a few weeks, 4 or 5 dates. Gee, man, is this a red flag? Should he run the other way? Well, WWGD, what would Greek do?
I don't know if it's a red flag, but I would, check out her, what she does and what is she doing and what she asks him for. If she starts asking him for money, then that could be a red flag. Because, first of all, I don't think there's anything wrong with helping anybody you're dating, but I think it should be a length of time. You start asking somebody in the first month, that's not a really good pattern. If she says she owes 35, first of all, she probably owes 50. I know how people are with figures. They don't want to say the real figure. 35,000 is a ton of money, though. I'm sorry. That's a lot of money. And she said she was out of work. I get all that, but, what are you doing now to try to get out of it? What is your plan? All that stuff. Right now, it wouldn't be a red flag, but I would watch her, and if she started asking me for money, then I'd be like, all right, that's not good. It's way too new. I think before you could ask anybody, it's got to be some time if you get into a jam. And usually when you're dating somebody, if you're listening or watching them, I can tell when somebody has a problem. Even people I work with, I could be like, hey, there's something wrong. I'm here to help you if you need help. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. But I notice a difference. But I think right away, like if she comes back like next week and says, I can't pay my minimum payment. I need $1,800 or whatever. Then I'd be like, not great. Tomster?
Oh, I'd be very cautious. Just moving forward.
Really?
Yep. You don't know what someone's intentions are, especially after just 1 month.
So you would move forward in the relationship, or you would move on from the relationship?
I'd move forward still with the relationship,
Okay.
but I'd be cautious with
Okay. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like she's asking him for money or anything. He just said that conversation got brought up. And she was just like, yeah, this is what happened. This is why I have this much debt. I got behind. I was unemployed. I'm guessing she's employed now, and hopefully she'll be able to catch up at some point. Who knows? I know it's difficult. $35,000.
Not all.
But listen, it's happened to a ton of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not all. But most times when people bring up money, it's a segue into asking you for help. Or a segue of down the road, you might say, hey, how you doing with your bills?
Mm-hmm. I'm curious who initiated the conversation, though. Was it him or was it the girl? Because it doesn't say. It says the first time we talked a little bit about money.
It's not a red flag to me, but it's like a yellow flag. You know, it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing.
Yeah, like it's going to, as G mentioned, I think the red flag is when she starts asking you for money and it's only been a few weeks of you dating.
Yeah, and also you got to watch what she's doing, like her habits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, suppose she's going shopping every week. Or you see her, she's going away with her friends, or she's doing this. You might be like, don't you have a lot of-
maybe this is a girl you don't want to marry. Maybe this is a girl you just want to have fun with.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
you don't carry on that debt.
Yeah. And before I gave her any money, I would want to see the bills too. Like I'd be bring me your credit card.
Yeah, but that's the thing. And somebody like that, I don't think you give money when you see, as you mentioned, G-Man, that they are just spending money like crazy.
If she was.
After she told you how much she was in debt.
Yeah, if she was, then I would
If
definitely.
you see that she's working towards bettering herself
of
and
course.
paying off her bills, then all right, then maybe help her out.
Yeah, no doubt. Everybody gets in jams. That's life.
Yep. All righty. Well, next up we have Paul, and Paul's been dating his girlfriend about a year, and they just moved in together. They got a new apartment. So she was about 55 minutes away from him. Excuse me. Let me restart. Okay, so he's been dating. Paul has a girl for about a year, and she recently got a new apartment. So now she's about 55 minutes away from him, where before she was just right down the block, really close. So Paul's saying, I see her less now, and because of it, she's getting on his case. He's like, why aren't we seeing each other that much anymore? And he's like, I have to be at work very early in the morning at my job, and it's just a big ordeal when I sleep over at her house. The commute is. So I've told her, hey, why don't you come see me? But she has a dog, and she says that it would be a pain in the ass. And so Paul wants to know, hey, do you think I'm the one who's being difficult? WWGD, what would agree to?
An hour is far. I mean, but if you really like somebody, it doesn't matter. That's what it really comes down to. There could be some more dents in this relationship. I mean, if he's got to go to work early, then he's got to get up early. I mean, I get all that. And if she has a dog, that's a pain in the ass too, because people don't like to leave their pets or bring them to new places. It's not great, but I think anything can be worked out if you want it to be. I mean, that's the whole thing. Maybe you go there, I don't know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you don't see her or whatever, FaceTime, talk to her, whatever. But an hour is far.
It is.
I mean, it's, 40 minutes could be far. Because I don't care who it is or what it is, it does get old after a while when you got to get in your car and you got to get up and in the morning go to work. It sucks. So, I mean, I would try to work something out with her where maybe, like I said, he sees her a couple nights in a row. And then earlier in the week or whatever the way the schedules are, maybe early in the week, you don't see her or vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a commitment from both people, it seems like. That's basically it.
I mean, it's not his fault that she got a new place that far away, and that does suck, especially if it's 55 minutes away and with traffic. I'm sure it's a lot longer. So, maybe dedicate the weekends to her if you can, where you don't have to worry about waking up and going to work.
I know a lot of people, male and female, they won't date somebody if it's a distance to drive. And I've heard people say like, oh, that's too far, or I'm not driving, 40 minutes. Like, my buddy met a girl, one of my buddies in Boca. He's in Boca and she lives in Palm Beach Gardens, and he thought that was too far. I didn't. I was like, that's not that bad. He goes, no, I'm not doing that. And he just wasn't going to do it. I mean, everybody's different, but I don't know. That didn't seem that far to me if you really like somebody, but 55 minutes to an hour, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then the other thing is every time you go there, you think, oh, I got to drive this.
And not just that, but yes, and I think it may be because he does go to work early. I don't know her situation. Does she have a early job too? Because that is difficult because she does stay at her house and she brings her dog and she has to bring her dog back to the house. And then man, you just got to figure something out. If you guys like each other enough, you'll make it work.
Like everything else in life.
You don't need to stay at each other's house. Nope. Every day. You can do it on the weekends and be fine, and you can meet halfway, have dinner, you can see each other. You don't have to stay the night at each other's house. If that's the case, if she wants you and you want to stay the night with each other all the time, then why don't you just move in together?
Yeah. Take some.
And for those nights that you're not together, if you really want to see, you could FaceTime.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
something. Just pick up the phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, just go to dinner, meet halfway, have a nice dinner, to play a little kissy face, and then go back to your home and she goes to her house.
So you're suggesting they knock one out in the car?
Whatever.
Parking garage.
Whatever.
Parking garage.
I think they can wait until the weekend, so they have to. Or he doesn't have to worry about waking up early. All right. And then next up, we have Mallory, who emails in, dom@realradio921.com.
Oh, no.
And says, my fiance's ex is a total drama queen, and even though they broke up nearly 2 years ago, she's been in contact with him a couple times a week ever since. So I told him it makes me uncomfortable, but he says, listen, keeping the peace with her is easier than dealing with the fallout if he cuts her off. Ever since we got engaged, though, she's been messaging him even more, asking if he's sure he wants to go through with the wedding.
Wow.
So I've tried to be understanding, but it's clear she's assumed that they're back together and is only now realizing that it's not, or that they were going to get back together and is now only realizing that it's not happening. So Valerie's like, I trust my fiance completely, but I don't trust her at all. He was like, should I demand that he stop talking to her? What would you do in my shoes? WWGD. Cut that bitch off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? It doesn't even say, like, if they have kids or why.
Yeah.
I mean, unless she's that crazy.
Yeah, I think it's always bad when you make somebody do something. And I think that, down the road, I mean, he should have stopped this a long time ago.
Yes.
I mean, when you get serious with somebody, you got to be like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. You got to do it. If you like me, then you're going to do this. And if you can't separate yourself from your ex, that's not a good thing. But I think he should have did it already. That's really what I think. So I don't know about him with her because, like you said, we don't know if there's kids or whatever. That's a whole different story. But if there's no kids involved and they're still talking, there's always some connection. I think that with a lot of people. If you're still talking to an ex, there's something there. Friendship, love, caring, you want to bang them. I mean, it could be 100 scenarios, but there's something there while you're talking. I don't think that's great. I don't think she should get involved, like call the girl, because that's not her role. That's him. But I don't think it's a good thing for him where he's saying, like, I rather, because then it's never going to end. It'll be like this, 6 months from now, a year from now. And I would just be like, hey, you gotta, you gotta pick what horse you want to ride. I'm not going to deal with her in our lives anymore because it definitely is not good.
Dom, you got 2 cents?
Oh, he's on the phone.
Okay.
He's ordering pizza.
No problem.
But yeah, there are people who don't like you talking to your ex at all.
I'm not okay with this situation, especially now that they're engaged to get married. And
Yeah.
he was like, listen, if I stop talking to her a couple times a week, whatever. But
Too much.
That's the issue. If I didn't feel like anything was wrong, but the fact that she knows that this girl thinks that there's something between her and her ex. That's the problem I have.
Yeah.
If the girl was like, if they've been friends for years, they broke up a long time ago, and it's totally platonic and whatever, and you don't feel any kind of unease from it. But yeah, this is something completely different.
And
Because
she
he's like, if I cut her off, he was like, it's gonna be crazy. I'd rather keep the peace.
Yeah.
No.
And she wants to get back.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing too. So when the other person wants to be back with you,
He needs to tell her. He needs to be like, listen, me and you, there's nothing between us. We're completely done. This is who I want to, spend the rest of my life with. We're obviously engaged, so I'm going to have to cut things off with you.
That's it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And if she goes crazy, then you put her in jail. She does something loco.
Yeah, or you make a phone call.
Whatever.
Restraining order.
Don't-
Yeah, that's it. Restraining order. That's
Yeah.
right. Do it legally. Any more?
That.
Or is that it?
No, yeah, we always get 3. Yeah, that's it. We're on a Wednesday. WWGD on a Wednesday.
Thank you, Franny. Great job. Dom, you have somebody on hold?
Yeah, we have Jill wants to make a comment about, those women talking about men and men talking about women, things that kind of
Sure.
work.
Okay.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I love you guys. I've got 2 things that I've actually heard before.
Okay.
One of them is I'm a lesbian, and another one I heard my balls itch.
From a girl?
Yeah, she was like from Colombia or something like that. I
Interesting.
walked away.
All right. And the guy was the one who said I'm a lesbian?
Yeah, well, a couple of my friends say that.
All right. All right. That's very interesting.
It's different.
Yeah, very different.
All right. Not in that dugout, but we hear you. And thanks for listening, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I love you guys.
Thanks.
Dom, you have anybody else? Okay. I thought you had 2 people on hold. Yeah, that's definitely different. If a girl said to you, my balls itch, I might be a little curious.
A little worried.
I might be like, what's under that hood? Now, would that bother you or not really?
Yeah. I'd have some questions.
I love getting questions to you in your face. It's not like, did he just ask me that? What the hell's going on? Yeah, that is definitely one that you definitely would be shocked about. If somebody said that to you either way. And if a guy said he used to be a lesbian, I might be like, okay,
cool.
That's different. I'm not going to blame him one-on-one, that's for sure, on the hoop scene. Maybe a better golfer. You never know. We had a big giveaway for you guys that's going to continue on the next couple days. So we want you to be prepared. Do some research tonight because these questions, they're not impossible, but you're going to have to know about Homestead, the track. So Franny gave you a little tip. Maybe you want to look up a couple of things, and then you'll be prepared for tomorrow. It's like a test. When you had a test in school, you had to do, study the night before.
So, yeah, March 21st through the 23rd, NASCAR and Racing Paradise is what they call it. That is Homestead Miami Speedway. And we're going to have your chance tomorrow to get a 4-pack of tickets to the race that's going to be happening. These ones are specifically for Saturday, but a 4-pack of tickets. We're going to do it again tomorrow, 12:45, so make sure to listen. But with this prize, they did give us a list of questions, of trivia, and all the ones that they sent us are NASCAR, Homestead Miami Speedway related. So just think about that. If you want to do some research tonight, do a little homework because you want these tickets. I'm just giving you that clue. Some I did. I'm going to repeat. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing. And if you're like, you know what? I just don't have time to call in, or I really suck at trivia, or when you put if you put a countdown on me, a clock, I'm not really good with that, the pressure, then you can always enter to win. realradio921.com. Go to the contest page, and we have it right there.
And I got a text from somebody about the clock. We put a clock on because obviously you can Google the answer.
Yes, we don't want any cheating. You got to know this.
And not that we think that you guys are not honest who listen to the station, but there are people who do Google stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if we gave you like 2 minutes, you're going to Google it and have the answer.
I mean, I would.
Yeah.
I would cheat if I wanted something.
See, I couldn't.
Yeah, right.
I really couldn't.
Oh, my God. When we do the reindeers every time, you look it up on your phone. Is that not cheating?
Nice list.
Yeah.
That's not cheating.
Yeah.
It's getting an advantage.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we have the 10 seconds.
Is that what you told your teacher in school?
I never had to cheat in school. Believe it or not, I was a good student.
And he slept with his teacher.
Yeah.
Oh,
True
you slept
story.
with your teacher?
Okay.
Wow.
You have to bring that up.
Oh, we're going to have to go to this tomorrow
Only
now.
reason why I brought it up, you didn't tell me off air. You've said this story on the radio.
I know, but people can forget.
No, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm writing it down right now.
He was my art teacher.
Oh, it makes sense.
Freddie almost spit up the water. It is the Penthouse. Remember, you get this nowhere, baby.
Yeah.
It's the
I just
Penthouse.
heard
First
it.
guy I've done it.
Who's the first guy?
Hey, if I missed the boat,
See, it wasn't the first guy. The first guy was his teacher.
Yep, makes sense.
if I missed the boat on anybody, it was Merv Griffin. Look up Merv Griffin. It is the Penthouse. You don't get this anywhere because the Penthouse is the best. That's why it's at the top. Speaking of people who do a good job every day and is the best, Dominic.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Franny.
Franny.
She does.
But you do a great job.
You do a great job. You really put energy into this show and just give us a nice kick in the ass. And when I wake up in the morning, you're the third person I think about.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I'm not going to say first. I can be honest. Franny always does a great job. Thank you for all the help with the blog, the contest, everything you bring, and tolerating me in so many ways.
Thanks, G, man. Thanks for the entertainment, dude. No, thank you, Tom, for everything. And, of course, thank you so very much for listening.
We look at this show like sex. It's always good, but sometimes it's better. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
A social media experience that isn't totally toxic. Kind of a weird thing to brag about, but there it is. Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Markov looks around, but they score! They score! It was Ted Cole!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting, and they're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Borsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back, and they're on the hunt for another championship.
Markov put right on a shot, and he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
We're not seeing any major delays along our Palm Beach roadways and expressways. Boca Raton, we do have road work that has a right lane closed. It's I-95 southbound at Congress Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Ready for the special season that's not on any calendar? It's free phone season. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless this